Yeah, I can do that. I'll be on mute and I will I'll put it in the Skype chat. Oh!
Yep, you're good.
You can see us?
I can.
All right. Sorry, everybody on the channel. We had some technical problems. I never used Zoom before, and we had to switch to the old-timey Skype. So, anyway, I'm Sean. This is episode 1 of Secrets of Castle Greyhawk, and with me are some players that I've played with before, and some players who I have never played with before. Together, we're going to play through a campaign that I've been wanting to run since 2012. Castle Greyhawk is the original D&D dungeon run by Gary Gygax when he play tested the D&D rules. And so what this is a kind of a modern version where I took the basic ideas of what is in each level and I made my own version of it. And we're going to see if the group can get all the way to the bottom or not. And so if we can, I'll have each player introduce themselves and then introduce their character. So Doug, could you start, please?
Sure. Doug, Nerder Doug from Nerdarchy, and I am the content manager over there, and I'm going to be playing Guthman Guthfan, who is a deep gnome, circle of spores druid.
Lauren?
Yes, hi, I am Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger on Twitter, player with Encounter Roleplay and Grimjack21502. And today I will be playing Salem Kane. She is a rogue with a little bit of warlock in her.
Nice. Dylan.
Hi, I'm Dylan, at KKRP2 on Twitter. I play in Sean's Tomb of Annihilation game, also at JEBriggs79 as my gnome druid, who I love. And today I'm going to be playing Gundar Varkstone, Dwarf Arcana Cleric.
And Chloe?
My username is Chloe_Fairy1. You can also catch me on Sean's other stream, Dungeon Academy, where I played my first character ever, Seraphine, a human cleric, but this time I'm an Aasimar paladin. So, happily helping them out.
Okay. So when we start, okay, first there's a couple rules things I'm going to try for this show. I'm not sure if it's going to stick, but we're going to give it a try. In the olden days, gold pieces equaled XP. So in this game, you're not going to level by milestone. You're going to level just by gold. So when you find gold, you have to either spend it or put it in the bank back in the city. And once you have a certain amount, you'll hit the next level. So that's one thing. Second thing is, you have to train to gain a level. So when you have enough XP to level, you don't just hit the level. You have to spend a week in the city training, and during that time, you can also do downtime activities. So in the city recently, I know on the Return to Greyhawk show, they actually went into the bottom level of Castle Greyhawk, where they found this god trap, which holds all these demigods, and Zagig, a mad god of Greyhawk, used the god trap to siphon their power into him. So the heroes of Return to Greyhawk actually went down there and freed all of those demigods. So as far as anybody knows, the bottom of Castle Greyhawk is empty. So for a few months, the only people who went into Castle Greyhawk were just citizens and farmers who decided to try their luck. And they went in there and it went horribly wrong, and they died or came back with missing limbs and stuff like that. Then just the other day, apparently some brazen, mysterious individual went in there and wreaked a lot of havoc. And normally there are elves who guard the entrance to Castle Greyhawk and warn people away. And there's also a guy who sells dungeon carts, supposedly. But people haven't really heard about what happened there. They just heard that something bad happened. So each of these heroes who don't know each other yet have decided to go check it out, and they're just going to happen to show up at just about the same time. And I should note that for this adventure, all of my notes are in an old tome, which I got on Amazon. It has a lock. Oh, look at that. And
For secrets.
Right, and then there's Castle Greyhawk. I hope it doesn't fall apart, but this is the secret.
As ancient tomes do.
So I'm gonna just roll a d4, right, to see who shows up first. And I don't use roll 20 for now. Just use real life dice. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
I won't cheat.
I want to.
Nor will I.
Right, everyone? Right, viewer? All right. 2. All right. So Salem Kane. It's 1 p.m. There's birds chirping, and there's trees whistling in the wind, and the map on the screen is the ruins of Castle Greyhawk. You see it in the distance. You are alone. Lauren, what would you like to do?
What I was sent here to do. So Salem will approach cautiously. She's wearing kind of a dark purples and greens, but there's something with a little panache about them, like a sash marking her as part of a performing troupe, actually. But she is trying to be unnoticed, looking for signs of life. She doesn't really have any intent of walking into this place because she's heard lots of stories being on the road. So she doesn't plan on just going traipsing in. So she is going to find a nook, a little outcropping or something, and see if anyone else who could be a good companion, we'll say, to go in with her, because she ain't about going in alone.
Okay, so as you're looking for a nook, you notice that there are 2 dead bodies down the entrance, and there's some dried blood around them. Do you do anything, or are you just going to hide in your nook?
Her training kicks in, and she's going to get closer and see if she can find anything on them. Any, identification first and foremost, and then anything else. I mean, they're dead.
Okay. So you creep over there, and you see 2 elven women with kind of whitish blonde hair.
All elves are assholes.
They've been.
What she says.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they look like they've been. How do I put this? They've been killed. Someone with a blade has killed them. They've been dead for a day or 2, and they look like they have been thoroughly looted. And that's when, let's see, Gundar, the dwarf, you're heading towards Castle Greyhawk. You see the ruins.
Oh boy.
You see a woman leaning over the corpses of 2 elves. What do you do, Gundar?
I will I'll see if I can stealthily duck behind something and sort of observe from afar.
Make it stealth.
Okay, first roll.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a 13. Not awful.
My passive perception is 14, unfortunately.
So Salem, you're investigating these 2 dead elves, and you hear that there's somebody nearby.
Hands up. Spin around. Hi there. What do I see with my half-elf eyes?
Okay, so you see sort of very poorly ducked behind like a low stone wall, a dwarf with dark brown skin, a sort of close cropped black beard with a mustache that sort of goes past his chin. He's wearing a breastplate and some sort of dark purple black robes underneath, with his hood up, and sort of on the bits of skin that you can see, besides his actual face, you can see tattoos just everywhere on his arms and stuff. And he sort of says, "Oh there, what's this about?"
This is about 2 dead bodies I just found.
Just found them, did you?
Well, you can see there's no blood on me. Very clean, always. But they have obviously been slashed, and if I had slashed them, there would be blood on me. Can't really argue with that logic, can you?
There's magic for that.
That is not incorrect, sir. Hi, Salem Kane, nice to meet you.
Gundar Varkstone. And I sort of hold out my hand.
Okay.
I'll shake it.
What does Salem look like?
Salem is a very petite, pale girl with big, dark, hazel, goldish eyes with a little bit of purple in them. It's part of her ancestry. Her hair is long and black with bangs, like almost right down to her eyes. And she tries to hide her ears when she's out and about, but her head's usually going to fall down anyway, doing something, tumbling, fencing, whatever it is.
So, Aurora, you are approaching the castle and you see these two shaking hands. What do you do?
Over two corpses.
Over two corpses!
Dead body.
Auspicious.
Well, basically, as I approach, I'm fairly tall, a little taller than your average female, wearing classic chainmail with little swatches of red and black cloak, with red hair, sort of coppery, tangled and wild, sort of frantically braided back, splattering of freckles and a few scars visible, and peeking out from the sides of the neck to what looked like almost scar marks, but faded, traveling from the neck down past where you can't see, with eyes that are golden, almost fairly no pupil, but still almost shining. And obviously seeing two people shaking hands over a dead body, I'm immediately going to draw my sword and stride forward and say, "What is it you're doing? What is going on?"
No. I know this looks weird. It not weird.
Look a little weird.
It looks very weird. Hi, everything's fine. We didn't do this. We came upon it.
It's true.
Proof?
We're very well. I don't know. Clean. I'm very clean.
I pull out my mace and show her that I don't have a blade, so I couldn't have done it.
I look like I have a show rapier, and none of my other weapons are visible.
You put your weapon down. We don't need that.
Okay. I put it on the ground in front of me.
This looks very suspicious. I hope you understand.
No. As soon as you came up, we were like, ah.
That seems to keep happening today.
Yes.
If you didn't do it, who did? There's 2 dead bodies.
They've been dead for a day, so whoever did it is either inside the castle or far away from here.
You can check them yourself if you want.
Oh,
But there's nothing on them
It's true.
that I can see from a safe
Shame.
distance, from a respectful distance. I can't see anything on them.
okay. Well, I'll take a look for myself. And
Sure.
my sword, not pointed directly at them, but at least just as a show of like faith.
I give her a winning smile.
Gundar does not.
And I'll just briefly check the bodies and confirm that they've been dead a while.
Yeah, they've been dead 2 days. They were sliced up.
Got it.
The blade seemed exceptionally sharp.
All right. Well,
And then,
I suppose this clears out.
Gusamon,
Yes.
a whole bunch of people here. What do you do?
Yes, Gusaman is he actually comes kind of bumbling up. He's carrying a staff that is basically just a tall mushroom stalk with like little shelf mushrooms at the top, and he has like a big mushroom cap hat on, and he's sort of poking at the ground and not really paying attention to these humanoids around, and he sort of just pushes past them to walk up to these bodies, and he's kind of sniffing the air as he goes, and he looks down and he says, "Ah, yes, this'll do just nicely. Wonderful dinner for my friend here. And he sort of takes his staff and like shakes it over the bodies, and like a little cloud of dust and stuff sort of sprinkles down him. And he's like, "Yeah, eat well tonight, my friend." And he's sort of not really even noticing these people around. He's just wearing filthy robes, and he has like a little mushroom cap on, and just a dirty little gnome.
Salem takes a big old step back.
Yeah, and he sort of like is startled by the presence. Like he just kind of pushed past you without even noticing, and he's like, "Oh my goodness! Look at all these big people around." Well, not you so much, sir. And he's looking at Gundar, but
Gundar scowls at him.
He's gonna kind of scowl right back, and he's got kind of like a cloud of just dust and dirt around him, and so forth.
Ew.
It's like, are you all here to visit the fungal gardens inside as well?
No. What did you just do?
Oh, well, he's like, mushrooms, they need to eat same as us, and this is just a wonderful dinner for my friends here. They'll grow nicely.
Oh.
Look at all this food. This will feed them for months.
Okay.
Aye, that's how we grew food back at the clan hold.
Right? He knows what I'm talking about.
No.
I don't know what to do with that.
You guys don't like mushrooms? I'm going to pull one of the little mushrooms off the end of his staff and nibble on it, and he's like, "Yeah, you want one? They're delicious."
No, thank you.
Okay.
But you go right ahead.
I lean over to Gusamon and I say, "Surface dwellers, am I right?"
I know. They just don't get it, do they?
No, they don't.
That's fascinating.
And I'll look down. I'll look at them and like, I'm sorry. Were these friends of yours?
No,
No,
at all.
first time meeting.
Oh, okay. And I'll use mold earth to kind of like push dirt up around their bodies and be like, "Yeah, that should do well. Look at this soil's very, very fertile here."
I'll take out my holy symbol from my robe and say like a little prayer over them and just be like, it's really short. And I just stand up and I'm like, "All right, well, back to business."
Right. So you all came to the castle. Were you planning on going in?
Aye.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Gooseman. Goosefan, by the way. You can call me Gus.
Gus. Right.
God. Okay. Well, I guess since we're making introductions, my name is Aurora.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll reach out a dirty hand to shake your hand.
I was going for it, but to be polite, I'll take his hand and kind of like ginger.
And he'll grab you with his other hand and be vigorous. Wonderful to make your acquaintance.
Right. I kind of like I actually have to crouch down to actually hold his hand.
Oh yeah, he's only like 3.5 feet tall. He weighs like 80 pounds.
Yeah. So as soon as that's done, I'm just like, that's okay.
All right.
And sheath my sword.
So we've got Gus, Gunther? Was it? Gundar. Gundar. Great. I'm Salem, and what about you? Fiery-haired lass.
Oh, Aurora.
Aurora.
But fortunately, I can't really spend all this time talking as much as I would love to make everyone's acquaintance.
Yes, we all seem very chatty.
Aye.
Yes, fortunately.
There's magics to be found down in Castle Greyhawk.
So, the entrance is nearby. It's a door, an ancient door with it's got like a pull. You just pull on it and it opens, and there's like
Oh, really?
there's a mouth on it, just the lips and a mouth.
That doesn't look very inviting.
Are the lips like the handles?
Oh no, it's part of the it's a stone door, and it's a stone mouth that kind of grows out of the door.
All right. Well, this place is supposed to be dangerous, so I will
That's what my friends tell me.
Hmm.
Oh,
Can-
your friends, the mushrooms?
Yeah, the spores. They're all
Nailed
around
it.
you.
Yep, nailed it. Knew it. Nailed it.
You're breathing them in right now.
Ugh,
Oh, God.
I don't know if
They're
I need
everywhere.
to breathe. I don't know if I need to breathe ever again. I'm going to.
Oh no, these are good ones. They're friendly.
Look around the door, see if I can get any more details on it.
Hmm.
Look at the door. Any more details? Make a perception.
Okay. Ooh, that's right. I don't have to type anything. I just have to roll something.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's a 19
Ooh.
plus 4. This dice is my
Wow.
friend. It's now my best friend. The
So,
critical roll dice.
Salem, you notice there's no like mechanical traps. Second, the door isn't as old as the ruins. It seems newer. And it just pulls open, and there's a mouse on it.
Great. Love a good door with a mouth on it. Great.
Can I do a history check to try and figure out like how old the architecture here is, or like who built it or whatever?
Sure.
What's this? Are you a dwarf? Do you have stone cutting?
I have stone cutting, yes.
Nice.
So I add double my proficiency modifier to this.
Yeah.
Chad is telling you that your audio is really low.
Who's me?
Song.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will pump it up.
Bump it up.
Still,
Oh,
we were at 100% there. We went down. But, all right.
It was a 20, by the way.
Sorry, chat, for all the technicals. I've never jumped to
It
somebody
happens.
else's screen before.
we got it.
Okay, so you were studying the ruins to see if you knew
Yeah.
about the history. Yeah, it was at one time, I believe. It was your normal castle, and then
Mhm.
Zage got his hands on it. And it's funny, they call it Castle Greyhawk, but there is no castle. It's just ruins. But there's just the dungeons underneath, and you know that a lot of heroes have come down there and kind of made their fortunes, like Mordenkainen, the wizard,
Mhm.
Tensor, Otto Luke,
Aye.
Melf Brightflame, Irak's cousin. Irak actually died in the castle, and you did hear actually that Irak's cousin was trapped down there. You had heard this story in a room where there was stars on the ceiling, and he couldn't figure out how to get out. But just a few years ago, actually, heroes busted in, found that room, and actually freed him. He was still alive, and they got him out of there. So your ex-cousin is out in the world, running around right now. And you had also heard that there was 2 elf twins named Vrim and Vran who guarded the ruins.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
That's great.
Not anymore. Yikes. All right.
So
Does
there's
oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go right ahead.
Does Gundire share that with us? Or?
I will share that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, guess we found him. That's
Seems that
mighty
way.
unfortunate.
Does that mean something came up out of here, though? I mean, if they guard the ruins.
It's possible.
Well, doesn't bode well for us. So.
They were killed with a blade. Maybe. Were you with my with my perception check? Would I have been able to tell if it looked like the doors have been opened recently? Are there like ruts in the dirt or
Yes.
anything like that?
Yeah, it does look like you see like a sweeping kind of thing in the dirt on the ground, and you also see that's all.
Okay.
What
Right.
what was Salem? Is she an elf? I didn't catch that at the beginning.
She's a half elf.
Half elf, okay.
Yeah, but her ears are tucked under her black
Okay.
hair. Well, they were killed with a blade. My guess is everyone's been wanting to come in here, so maybe they got shanked. Then someone went in. Maybe someone's ahead of us already.
Well, even better then.
I don't know about that. They'll take all the good loot.
Well, that. Depending on whether you're here for loot or not, then perhaps we should just enter.
I hate loot. I hate it.
You sound very convincing. I'm very sure.
Thank you. Another
Work on
winning
some
smile
fleshy.
at her.
Great, lovely.
Thank you.
Well, I don't really have all day, so I'm going to stride over and try to open the door.
So do you touch the door?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna try to touch the doorknob.
No?
I'm guessing.
Put on my elf sunglasses.
Is everybody else right? Like, are you all right next to Aurora as she does this?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, I think we probably were.
So you're all within like
You're
10
fair.
feet, 10 feet of the door?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm sure we were.
So Aurora reaches out and touches the door, and suddenly the mouth springs to life. And it says, let's see if I can get this right. It says, both great treasure and terrible death await. You must gain the one while cheating the other. And then it like swings open slowly and reveals a dark, musty stairs going down.
Okay.
And
As
it's
it's
5 feet wide, single file.
As it swing opens slowly, Gundar casts thaumaturgy and makes them slam open. It's like, okay, I don't have time for that. Let's go.
All right. So we gotta cheat the loot to gain the death, right?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right.
The doors.
Good on you, Gus. You're funny. I like you.
Hey, death is just a part of life. It's just the cycle.
All right.
Not if I can help it.
Well,
I'll take point
Okay,
if
so
you don't mind.
marching
Anyway.
order. Salem is first.
very well. I'll go first and cast the light cantrip so everyone can see.
All right, so wait. Salem is first, but Chloe Aurora's going to cast light. What are you casting the light spell on?
I'll just do it like on the front of my shield.
On your shield. Okay, so the order is Salem, then who's second?
I'll be second.
Okay. Who's third?
I kind of like this. Aurora looks like very powerful and tough, so I'm gonna kind of like be close behind her, sort of like using her as a not a shield, but just kind of
You
like
made me.
I'm sticking close to her because she looks tough.
You're like to my knees.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like if you were to stop quickly, I would probably run it.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Oh my god.
there's the light on her shield kind of illuminates the area. The stairs go down. It looks like it leads into a room. You doing anything special as you go down the stairs?
Of course. I'm looking at the stairs. I mean, she's not necessarily a dungeon delver, but she has had a fair experience with setting up things for the troop, like little snares and such, and she knows about pressure plates and all sorts of fun things. So, first, you know what I'll just do? I'll just take a cursory look at first before I do anything else.
You don't need to roll
Just
anything. You look, no traps of any kind. The stairs look safe.
Okay.
Do the walls look safe, Sean?
Yep, walls are
Does
safe.
the
About the
roof look
ceiling?
safe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
Yep.
up.
Yep,
That specific
Yep.
spot is not safe.
yep.
All
Trying
right.
to check. It said it looks safe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Is there any? Are the stairs like totally clean, or is there like dirt or dust on them or anything?
Ooh, any footprints?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're dusty, and there were one set of footprints. Well, it looks like a large, powerful man going up the
Never
way.
seen
Going
one of
up.
those. That's so strange.
Never seen one. Well,
Jesus.
perhaps there was at least one here at one time recently.
What?
Yes.
All the time. All right.
Yes.
All right. Great. Came up. Maybe he got scared.
Possible.
Or
I
perhaps
find that big people get scared pretty easily.
if something was trying to leave and possibly killed the elves, then what does that mean is down here?
Nothing good.
And it means whatever was down here is up on the surface world now. If something did escape.
Even better.
I've heard stories that Zagig had all sorts of pets and experiments down here.
Did you now? That is
Aye.
interesting.
There was a time where he had a flesh golem when he was Lord Mayor.
Do you remember if any of them are still here?
Probably.
All right, I'm going to start walking down the stairs.
Okay. So you go down the stairs, everybody's following?
Hmm.
Okay. So stairs go down, like, I don't know, 10, 20 feet, and it opens up into a room, a big square room. And there's an exit on the far side. There's a door on the far side. And in this room, the walls are covered with writing. It's like writing in gleaming silver.
That draws my attention.
And the
That's
door
my attention,
above
too.
swings shut. And you hear the magic mouth be like, it goes off again. It's like, first treasure and gain one by cheating the other. And you kind of hear it echo.
I think
in the
it's run out of batteries.
I
I actually feel a little cozier now. It's like, oh, this is just like home now. Dark, deep.
So it's just a room
Alright.
with silver words on the walls, and there's a door on the opposite side of the room.
Great. Can any of us read those words?
yeah, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Who is going to read them?
I'm definitely interested in reading them, and Gundar
Yeah.
sounded like he was too.
Same.
Okay.
Maybe we find ourselves like standing next to each other, and I'm like, "Are you a scholar also?"
I dabble.
Each of you, let's see.
Mhm.
Let me roll something here.
Oh boy.
Oh, goody.
Okay, I hate this. I hate D4s, but I really hate. I'm gonna throw this in the garbage. All right, here we go. All right, Guzman. So you enter the room, right? You're like, oh,
Yep.
There's silver words on the wall. Let's read them. And so you start walking towards the wall, and suddenly the floor beneath you gives way, ka-chunk, and you fall into a pit 10 feet deep. Blah!
Was he nearby?
Ow!
Why? What do you want to do?
I was going to try to grab him.
Go ahead, make a dex or acrobatics or something. Dex,
Okay,
whatever
okay.
you want.
Okay. I'm going to use that same dice. That's an 11 plus 5, 16.
Okay, so you kind of dive and you grab his arm just before he falls in. So he's
Oh
like,
my
you're
goodness.
holding on to him. He's inside. He's like dangling in the pit.
I'm glad you're so tiny.
Me too. What kind of
Aurora, help
thick
me.
I'm gonna run
mind builds a pit in the middle of a room?
I can literally just haul him up like it's no big deal.
All right, you guys pull him out. You can see there's stuff in there in that pit. By the way,
Like spikes?
there's skulls, broken weapons, and there's silver words written on the walls inside the pit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
are they in a language any of us understand?
Yeah.
From here you can't read the words down there.
Can I, like, even if I bring my shield over and try to, like, illuminate
Okay.
the area?
You bring your shield over and you see. Who's gonna read the words?
I'll read them if you want to like hold on to my.
Yeah.
You can, like, hold on to his cloak and like lean him
I'll,
over
like,
the
hold
edge.
the back and he can, like, lean down.
Yeah.
I'm going to look for whatever triggered the collapse or the... Yeah.
Pretty sure it was just, as far as triggering goes, it was just a section of floor that when you step on it, it just swings open like bonk, and you plop.
Okay.
It's gonna be like that, huh?
Yeah.
And you also
Watch
see
where you step.
a mechanism that will, like, after a certain amount of time, it will reset itself.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so it didn't like crumble away. It was like a trapdoor that just.
Right.
Okay.
All right, hurry up. I'd say you have about a minute.
Okay. So it's a list of names and phrases like Hirusk, Dime, Milnos 2, Zanny, Burmu, Dawn, Airy. They look like names. Well, just a list of names.
And are they like glowing, or are they like written in a silver pigment?
Written in a silver ink or whatever, blazoned
Interesting.
on the wall.
Okay.
An elegant script.
So it's in like common or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you also see there's a pouch down there. One thing I forgot to mention. Okay, so the Greyhawk currency has its own names. I don't expect you to remember this. I'm just gonna. I'm going to just say it over and over, and hopefully eventually we'll get it burned into our brains. But their money has weird names, right? So here's the coins that are in Greyhawk, from least valuable to most. Iron Drab, Brass Bit, Bronze Z, Copper Common, Silver Noble, Electrum Lucky, Gold Orb, and Platinum Plate. So in Greyhawk, people don't say, how many gold pieces do you want? They're like, it's Gold Orb. And sometimes they'll just, I won't do this in the beginning, but they'll just call them orbs and expect you to know.
Right. So we've got Drab, Bit, Z, Common, Noble, Lucky, Orb, Plate.
Yep. So what you're looking for is gold orbs. Once you have enough gold orbs, you will gain a level. Then you will train in the city. And you will acquire new skills.
So as I'm leaning over there, I would say that I'd be like, guys, it's just a list of names, but I think I see something down there in the bones. It looks like some kind of pouch or something.
How deep is the pit?
10 feet.
All right. Well, if you lower him down, I could, I don't know, you could use my crowbar and try to snatch it up.
Or we could just tie a rope around him and make it easier than that.
If you like. Are you good at tying knots?
I think I might have something for this. And I cast.
So do I.
I cast Mage Hand to go get it.
Nice.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
Mage Hand, and the pouch float.
That is so cool.
I pull it up to myself and put it in my hand.
You hear the telltale jingle of coin.
Oh.
Ooh.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
So you're gonna, what do you do now?
I will look inside.
All right. It's got a collection of coins. There's, better write this down. It's basically chump change. 10 bronze Z's, 20 copper commons, and 2 silver nobles.
Okay.
And this still is going by the 5e money, where, like, in 5e, average wages is 2 gold per day. So that should give you a sense of the value of money. You know? 2
Jeez,
orbs.
this is awful.
So you're in a room. There was a pit trap. You avoided it. There's silver writing on the walls, and there's a door on the other side of the room. What would you like to do?
All of the other writing on the walls up here also look like names?
Yes, they do. Yes.
Okay.
Do any of us recognize the names?
You actually might. Let me tell you about the names. Let's see. A couple names stick out. Zigbee, Gronin, and Iraq. Then there's also Manaain, Amnia, Schnook, A.T. Turnsley, Nerid, Urk, and many, many more. Yeah, the first 3, Zigbee, Gronin, and Iraq, might ring a bell with some of you.
Okay.
Do they all look like they're written in the same handwriting?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Interesting. Is the room empty, or is there's just like nothing in here besides the pit?
It's not like a bottle of ink?
Yeah, that's what I was
quill?
like. Should we add our names to it?
Right. Is it graffiti?
It might add them automatically. Might be the guest registry for Castle Greyhawk.
Actually, yeah, that's interesting. So is the wall like covered in writing?
No,
Like,
there's
See the names of dead. Have you thought of that? If we
No,
die,
you thought of it for us, Aurora. Thank you.
well, if one of us dies, then I guess we'll find out.
That's insightful. I hope to not see any of our names up there if that's the
I would
case.
definitely hope not.
You don't see any ink vial or any writing implement or a cot or anything like that.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to move toward the door at the far side of the room, looking out for any of those same mechanisms on the floor. Just keeping an eye out for everything.
Be careful, Salem.
Yes. Thank you, Gus.
All right.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
In this room, you don't see any more traps or any weird things. like that.
Sure I don't, Sean.
Just a big old wooden door with a pull handle.
That's great. What a nice handle. I'm going to, and no, like, I know it's wooden, but there are no like carvings or anything like the door at the outside.
No.
Right. And it doesn't appear trapped in any way.
No.
You're so cautious.
Yes, we're very careful. This is a
Did
very
you see that pit full of bones back there?
Yes, I saved you from it. I
Yes.
did. All right.
One thing you
sure.
notice, there's actually light coming from under the doorway.
Ooh. Can I hear anything on the other side?
The crackling of fiery torches.
Oh.
Well, someone's been through here. They just left their torches on, which is unsafe. I mean, the
Gonna
stars
burn down your house that way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. All right. Well, I don't hear anything else. I don't hear any movement, so I'll try to open the door.
Okay. It swings open and leads to a long hallway. And there's one torch on the right. Further down, there's one lit torch on the left. And as you go, there's an alcove on the right, an alcove on the left. Then right at the end, there's an alcove on either side, right by the door at the end of the hallway. This hallway is probably like 50 feet long, maybe longer than that.
Jeez, alright.
Jeez.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's check out those alcoves.
Sure. Hold your horses, Gundar. Hold your horses.
I don't have any horses.
Well, hold your beard. Hold your big bushy beard.
I will hold on to Gundar's beard as well.
Don't touch my beard.
Oh.
Very sensitive. All right. I will. Okay, I'm going to take maybe like 5 ball bearings and get down and kind of skid them forward.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I've played a rogue in so long. Yes, that's what I do.
Make a perception check.
All right. Whoa. Oh no. Oh no. 7.
Oh, they roll all the way down the hallway.
Would any of us?
Nice.
Would any of us be watching as well?
If you want to percept it, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to watch them closely as they roll
I've
down the hall.
definitely watched wondering
She's an
what's going on. Okay.
I'm
That's
Interested
better.
in what this expert is doing.
yes.
Nope.
So
We got a 10.
Perception.
I got a 13.
I got a 19.
Oh, shit.
nice.
So I'm watching.
What about Gus?
Real quick, for pro restart in the chat, I think every time we find an iron drab, we should iron dab.
Oh, wow.
Mr.
Awful.
You probably should.
Yeah.
Well done.
Can't believe it's
Okay.
okay.
It's amazing.
Good.
It's our thing.
The
We're the iron dabbers.
the iron.
Oh, no.
It's gonna become our official name. I
There it
just
is. Yep.
Yep.
There it
Party
is.
name.
So it is writ.
Thank you, bro.
So would it be. Thanks, God.
So, Iron Dabbers, there's a long hallway in front of you. Aurora, you, Aurora, the sound, so it's rolling, and it has a sound as this roll, all these little, tiny little balls are rolling down the hallway. The sound changes slightly as it gets about halfway, and then it changes back to normal. So it's kind of like, kind of like that.
So there's something ahead. It's about halfway, but there's something different about there. Before we go any closer to that area, perhaps we should. I'd rather tap it with a sword or something, or throw something at it. Everyone is very tiny. I don't want anyone to fall into any unexpected places.
Oh, very tiny. That is astute of you. We are tiny folks. All right.
At least they are.
I'm
We're-
tiny-ish as I look up at you.
Yeah. Well, to me, everyone is small.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Most people are tiny.
All right. Sure. Good note. Good note.
Are the alcoves past that point where they get different, or?
It's just past the first set of alcoves.
Okay. And I'll walk forward and kind of just like cautiously, before I take a step, like tap my sword against the ground.
Okay.
Like see if
I'll
anything.
be right behind her.
Okay. So you two walk forward, tapping, tap, 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 tap. You get past the alcoves, and then the tapping makes a different noise in like a 10-foot section of the hallway. You know, the hallway's 10 feet wide, so there's a whole 10-foot section that sounds different.
From like wall to wall, huh?
Kind of like it's hollow or something. Bling, bling.
Sounds hollow?
Yeah.
Then I'm going.
Are there any of those mechanisms around there? Like the same
You
pit
are.
one?
I think you're a rogue, right? Yeah. You're pretty sure
Yeah.
this is another pit trap, similar to the other one.
Pit traps.
This one's
Aurora.
bigger.
Aurora. Guess what?
What?
Well, that's a trap.
Great job. I'm
She's
really
good.
Boy, you only heard it because I put the ball bearings. You might have walked right into it, and then I would have had to save you. We're team working. We're team working all together.
Great work.
It makes the dream work.
Hey, Gus.
Well,
I
it's
like you.
10 feet across, so if you'd like, I could get all of you across.
Oh, I would love that. Are you going to carry me?
Or I could just barrel toss you over.
I mean, I like all of that. All of that sounds good. I'm a tumbler.
Well, you could tumble your way over, and then I know these, they're much smaller. If they step in the wrong place, they go down again, so at least this way, if anything happens, just get them across safely.
Smart.
So you're gonna toss us across?
Like a beanbag.
Toss
Okay.
me.
I'm gonna use Druidcraft to make kind of like a mossy bed on the other side of the tent. You can be like, just aim for that. It'll be a softer landing.
Oh,
And then I'll just put my arms up.
Just trust me.
Is there anything in the alcoves beside us? Like
No.
anything?
No.
No? Okay.
Can I, let's see. I don't know if, I assume I have like charcoal or just something on me. Not charcoal, it would be dark, but something to kind of like mark in front of the area.
Okay.
That's smart.
So we'll remember it.
Okay, and then
In case we're running.
should we have a backup plan in case I drop him?
Uh,
I don't intend to, but there are times. You never know. Stay
well, you could toss me, and then I'd be on the other side, and I could try to catch him if he falls.
Is there anything on the ceiling? Is it just a smooth ceiling?
Ooh,
Smooth
is there like
ceiling.
a beam? Okay, smooth.
ceiling.
So,
Okay. Then with your permission, I will happily guide you to the other side.
I would love that.
Okay, I'll toss Salem first, so she can grab everyone else, just in case.
I
So,
want to make it look spiffy. I want to
Okay.
make it look
like a ballerina, just like a.
like a freaking
Like like ballet dancers. Or
Yeah.
like
So,
throwing
Yeah.
Salem, do you want to land in the spore bed or whatever that he made, or?
No.
It's just like a mossy, it's moss.
If I can avoid it, I'd like to avoid it.
Okay, make an acrobatics.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. Dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
So,
wow.
how do you want to do it? You want to soar over it, or?
I want to do soar over it and do a backhand spring out of it on the other side of the moss.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Okay, I'll pick
I'll
him
just
up
reach my arms up.
like a little oversized child.
Yeah.
I'll bend down, pick him up, and then toss him gently as I can over to her.
Okay. Oh, so Aurora, make a strength check or athletics, I guess.
Okay, athletics. I'm pretty good at that. Okay, that's 13.
And Gusamon, is it Gusamon or Gusamon? What is it?
Gussaman.
Gusamon. So, Gus, right? So
Yeah.
Gus, you want to land in your spore bed?
I do.
Okay.
Roll around in
So
it.
you want to
Just
land
like
like
bounce on.
Mm.
I just want to like land, like heavily and bounce in it. Just like,
do the
Flat in it.
spores like go everywhere? Like.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's like.
Okay, who's next? Gundar.
Gundar,
I guess I'll go.
All right.
are you alright with this? I do apologize in advance.
I am a little heavy, but no problem for you, I'm sure.
Very well, and I'll politely pick him up and toss him as well.
Or make a strength check or
Okay.
athletics, whatever.
Oh, it's even better.
Oh,
7.
good.
All right. So Gundar, you want to land in the spore bed or what?
I will try and land not on the spore bed.
I make a acrobatics.
Making spore angels.
Oh,
Wasn't
God.
that one?
Oh!
Oh.
So you're making spore angels.
Yeah.
And you see
I
like.
look over and like it's fun, isn't it?
Oh!
Breathe it in, Gundar.
So he like lands right on top of you, so you're just like face to face.
And then I'm gonna sit up quickly and look across the room and be like, "How are you gonna get across?"
I think she can probably jump it. Look at her
Oh.
thigh muscles.
She is.
Hey,
Beautiful.
nice leg.
Very well. I'll do like
Well
a.
done.
I'll back up and then do like a running jump where I saw like where the charcoal is. Try to jump across.
I think jumping in 5e, you don't have to roll. It's just your strength or some crap like that, right? What's you have a high strength,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I've got like a 16.
All right, so you
Noise.
jump across. Well, make an acrobatics. I mean, if you roll a 1.
Okay. Yeah, if I roll a 1, then it's just like I'm a loser.
Oh, I don't say that.
Hey, don't say that.
Wow.
Okay, well that's a 9.
You made it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you've crossed this pit, and there's still about like 20 feet of hallway left, and you hear sounds coming from beyond the door at the end of this hallway. It sounds like the sound of combat.
I like combat.
I didn't see that monster manual. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
I'm gonna whisper to Salem though, be like, "Hey, do you think that pit has money in it like the other one? We should come back, and check it out."
That's not a bad idea. I like the way you think, Gus.
Well, the legends say the only way to get more powerful in this world is by finding money. So.
Oh, I've heard that too. And you have to train.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Nice.
training and money.
Train.
Right.
We're gonna get
During your
Well,
downtime,
training ain't cheap.
Yep.
Training isn't
That's
free.
true. You have to pay teachers. Teachers do not get paid enough in this
No,
world.
they do not.
Do not. All right.
Adventurers do though.
We do. We get paid
Athletes.
so much.
I
Please.
All
I-
right. There's fighting up ahead.
I'm gonna cast resistance on myself real quick.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to step onto the trap, the hollow part of the floor.
The whole
With one foot.
With one, well, I will try and activate the pit trap so it opens.
You don't
Seeing
want to
what
fall
he's
in.
doing,
No,
I'm
I'm gonna try and grab the side if it
Okay.
opens underneath me.
I'll
Yeah.
grab his arm automatically
Okay.
out of reach.
So, Gundar, you kind of clunk, and it swings open, and there is a pit trap down there.
Okay.
Looks empty.
Saving throw. Oh,
No
okay.
money?
No, Aurora's
Darn.
holding on to you. You don't see anything down there.
Okay. Crap! There's nothing down there.
Okay, well, there's fighting ahead, so.
It was worth a
Are
shot.
you versed in combat?
Oh, I laugh.
Combat.
What kind of armor is everybody wearing?
Chainmail.
Leather.
I have a breastplate.
Salem, you said leather.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Leather. Just regular leather.
You think it could be dangerous up there, guys?
Combat's
Yeah.
always dangerous.
All right, then I'm gonna kind of shake out my staff spores over myself, and his skin kind of takes on the rough bark-like appearance of zirkwood mushrooms, and cast bark skin on myself if it's gonna be dangerous.
Cool. Okay.
Just, I didn't imagine you could look any odder, but you do.
Oh
Your
yeah.
skin looks like bark. That's
You ain't seen nothing yet, lady.
All right, I believe it. Okay, well, if we can't talk to anyone in there, if they don't seem like the chatty type, stick together. I mean, not in a clump. You know how it is.
Hmm.
You know the drill. All right, sure. Here we go. I'm going to. Is the door kind of Is it an open door? Is it an archway? Or is it another wooden door?
It's a wooden door that you pull open.
And it does not look trapped.
You give it a you give it a thorough look. Nope, not trapped.
Does it look well oiled and not squeaky?
Could I oil it up?
Hold on.
Oil? Throwing out some oil?
Do I have to roll to oil the door?
The Gary Gygax rule. The Gary Gygax rule. When someone asks you a question you don't know the answer to, you roll a d6. Okay. So, is it squeaky? Can you tell that if it's squeaky? Yes. It looks like it is squeaky. It's like all rusty and like dingly.
Crap.
That's a good rule.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. I'm going to, I'm so sorry. I'm going to lube it up. I apologize.
Really? The Iron Devers.
Hinges. The Iron Devers.
Lubing up doors and Castle Greyhawk.
This is spoiling.
I'm trying to be quiet. I have flasks of oil.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Got that oil, you gotta use it.
All right.
Every nook and cranny.
I'd offer my holy oil, but I don't think this is a good use.
That's for special doors only.
Yeah. Those are for the doors you really want to decide.
So you guys watch as Salem Kane oils up the hinges and anything that might make a squeaky noise, and you're pretty certain that this door is going to swing open so smooth.
Like butter. All right. So, right, I'm going to open this, right, and then we're going to stand there and assess the situation before we charge in. Yeah?
Right.
Okay.
Very well.
Great. Here we go.
Okay, so you open the door. Okay.
Yeah.
So, people in chat, just so you know, I don't have maps for every room. Also, I should note, these animated maps that I'm using are from the Dynamic Dungeons Patreon, and it's like $10. And when you... I don't know this person. I'm just telling you this for your own edification. It's like $10, and you get all the maps. There's like 30 of them. There's one with a ship.
Oh, wow.
They're incredible. So that's why I'm using them. But he has a dungeon map pack, but it's not full of maps. So some of this is going to be theater of the mind, just so you know. So this will be a theater of the mind room. You swing the door open, and it's a big square room, and there's two exits. One is a carved out tunnel to the side, and one is another door like this one that's probably also squeaky. And in the room, there's some creatures fighting. There's two little green humanoids with big heads and like circle eyes and like sharp little teeth sticking out. And one of those little creatures is getting destroyed by a larger creature that's actually something like 10 feet tall. It has a head resembling a vulture's and the torso of an enormous beetle. It has an exoskeleton studded by sharp, bony protuberances. Yeah, I can show you what it looks
I know
like.
what that is.
I don't know. I want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Mhm.
What the? I don't want to see that.
So it's screeching and it's hacking away at this little green person, and the other green person is terrified but pulling on its green friend, trying to pull it towards the door so they can run away. So that's what you see. What would you like to do?
Well, since that door was so quiet, you think we should help the little green things?
Well,
We help the little green things.
They could be useful if we did.
They
might know more. about this
Great.
place.
Well, I guess it's time to... Yeah, that thing looks scary.
Oh, aye. It's a hook horror.
Well,
Oh,
They actually have their own language, believe it or not.
shit.
Do they?
Yeah.
We usually just kill them down in the mines.
do you know, are they good or evil? Do they have a society?
I don't know. Would we know that? Would I know that?
Here's what I say. First of all, just so everybody watching knows, and the players, anything you know in real life, your character knows. We'll just say you heard it growing up. All right. So feel free to use any
cool.
knowledge like that you like, unless it's something that just doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
so if you know that a hook horror or whatever, you know that.
Mhm.
So you're asking me, what was the question?
Do they have their own society? I think is what Aurora wanted to know.
Like, are they good?
Is it morally iffy to kill them? We are not our hobos, damn it.
I think murder knowledge in D&D 5e is mostly Arcana, I think. So you can make an Arcana check to see if you know that.
I got an 8.
Oh, no, you don't.
Well,
Well,
it doesn't matter. We'll kill him anyway.
yeah.
That's good. All right, well, I've got a job to do, so I'm going to whip out my short bow and...
Okay.
Mm.
So everybody roll initiative, please.
Oh, wow. That was a nat 20.
Okay.
I rolled low.
Yeah, me too.
Classic Sean.
All right. Gus, what'd you get?
16.
16 for Gus. What about Salem Kane?
8.
An 8 for... Oh, God. 8 for Salem. What about Gundar?
20.
A 20 for Gundar. And what about Aurora?
Dirty 20.
Who's got a
I have
higher
a plus
dex?
0. So,
Aurora,
Huh?
what's your dex bonus, Aurora?
Just +1. I got a 19 +1.
I hate guys so much. Okay, so I'm going to say, because you lubed up the door, that the Iron Dabbers have a surprise round.
Yes!
So,
Yeah.
Aurora, this horrible hooked creature has no idea that you're here. What do you want? Its back is to you as it's mangling this little green person. What do you want to do?
Well, I feel pity for the green person, and I'm going to take out my longsword, charge at it, and just hack it.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit.
I'm a nerd, I'm a hacker.
15.
15 hits this horrible creature.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Shit, dropped it. Okay, that's 3 + 5, so 8 points of damage.
All right, so
Slashing.
you slice into its carapace. It shrieks in surprise as you do 8 points of damage. Is that it for Aurora?
Yes, and I'll kind of like remain by its back, like flank it if I can.
Okay. And viewers, just so you know, these heroes are 3rd level. That's what you want to know that. Next up is Gundor.
okay. I will run over to where Aurora is, and as my bonus action, I will touch the hilt of her sword and cast Magic Weapon on it.
Nice.
Ooh. So what does that do?
She gets a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls, and it's also a magical weapon. So, if it has resistance to non-magical, it'll. And then, as my action, I will cast Magic Missile on the hook horror.
Magic
Yeah.
Missile. All right. D4
Magic
is
Missile.
coming.
Yep.
You staying in the hallway, Gundar? Or you ran up
No,
to touch
I'm
the sword, right?
I'm next to Aurora.
Okay.
Yeah. 3. Okay, so 12 force damage in all.
Nice.
So, all right, you did a magic weapon, right?
Yep.
Is that a bonus action or something?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so you ran up, you touched your sword, and you magic missile point blank.
Point
All right,
blank.
Boom! You blast it, and like smoke.
I
comes out of the
will
holes.
try and sort of hit the hook that's going at the goblin to like stop it, you know.
Okay. You hit the hook, it comes free, and like the little goblin trying to free its friend looks at you in surprise. Okay. Is that it for Gundor?
Aye.
Next up is Gus.
All right, Gus is gonna sort of bumble into the room, and I'm gonna shout at the goblin like, "Get out of the way!" And I'm gonna get up. I gotta get within 10 feet of it, but I'm gonna try to like put myself between the hook horror and them. And the first thing I'm gonna do is use my reaction to just launch a cloud of spores at this thing, which just does 3 poison damage to a creature within 10 feet.
Okay.
And then, as my action, a kind of you see like kind of like black inky ichor start to drip from the outside of his mushroom cap, and he points his finger, and like a ghostly skeletal hand kind of reaches up and grabs at the hook horror, and I'm going to cast Chill Touch So I'm gonna make a ranged attack, and
I want to see a doctor about that.
It's a dirty 20. They're actually it's mushrooms that are called inky caps.
All right.
Oh.
And that is going to do 1d8 necrotic damage, which I did. I rolled an 8.
Yes.
And it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn while this hand clings to it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So the hand is like choking it or something?
Yeah, it just kind of like reaches up and like grabs over its face.
Okay.
Just kind of mugging it.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. That's it for Gus. Now,
Yep.
normally now it would be my turn, but it's a surprise round, so it's Salem Kane's turn.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. All right. First, I'm going to mutter something under my breath, and her eyes kind of flare with purple at first, and I'm going to cast Hex on it.
Cool. Okay. Do I save or something?
Hex just happens. So it gives me extra damage, and it gets a disadvantage on an ability check. We'll say, that thing looks strong. Let's give it disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
And then I will shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
Shoot it with my short bow. Oh, yeah. 21.
You hit. How much damage do you do?
We're going to be doing, just a casual 3d6 plus.
Woo!
And that's only with one sneak attack die. 3d6
Wow.
plus 3. Come here, pretty dice. Let's roll ya. You've been so lonely. Oh, nice. And plus, so just 10.
10 damage.
Right.
All right. So blood sprays out of the wound. You shot. It's bloodied. It's hurt.
Nice.
Is that it for Salem?
Is there anywhere in there to, oh no, I can't do that. Yeah, I'll just stay by the door. That seems like a good place for me. Yep, that's it.
Okay. All right. So that's the end of round 1. So now we're in regular mode, and it's going to be Aurora's turn. And Aurora, you can see that the hook horror was surprised. Now it looks terrified, being attacked by like a horde of people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's looking for the exit, and it's your turn, Aurora.
I'm gonna look at that, and I'm gonna slash it again.
Roll to hit.
Yeah. Ooh! Okay. 24.
24
Oh, yeah.
hits. How much damage?
So that's 6 plus 5, so that's 11 plus the 1 damage, so that's 12 points of slashing damage.
All right. You hack into it. More blood sprays out. It's hurt really
Yeah.
bad. Like the little goblin who's not wounded is like, wow, that was a nice shot. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, and then it's Gundor's turn.
Okay. Gundar hefts his mace and swings at the hook horror as he casts Inflict Wounds.
Ooh,
So-
God.
Melee spell attack.
That spell.
That just sounds nasty.
It is.
Fucking amazing.
This is super.
A 17 to hit.
17 hits. Man,
Okay.
Pretty dead.
3d10.
where's not
Oh.
to go?
It's such a nasty first level spell. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's 17 necrotic damage.
Damn.
It's hurt really, really, really bad. Is that
I
it for
say-
Gundar?
Yeah. And I'll say, be careful, you might get hooked on that.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I for the viewer, I often give inspiration for terrible jokes like
For
that.
awful
I'm
puns.
so
Gundar gets inspiration. Wonderful.
Oh,
Yes, the first Iron Dabber to do so.
And
And I am expecting the Iron Dabbers to dab when this is over, so don't let me down, okay?
We all did.
After Gundar is Gus. Gus
All
gets
right, so-
hurt incredibly bad.
Where are both the goblins now? Like, what's their situation?
Well, you're between it and them, so
Okay.
they're behind you.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna wave them back. Like, stay back, stay safe, and I'll launch my spores again with my reaction, and that's 3 poison damage. And they're both still like conscious, right? The goblins.
The one goblin is unconscious, the wounded one. It got hooked, and it's like all bloody wound in its chest. The other one is unhurt.
I'm gonna run over and try to stabilize it.
Okay.
Aww.
Make a medicine check.
I'm actually skilled in that.
Good.
Ooh.
I got a 13.
You stabilize the goblet. All right. Okay. Is that it for Gus?
Yep.
Finally, it's my turn. I have 2 hit points left. So, the living little goblin looks at the hook horror with rage. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
Alright. There it is. He has a scimitar. Schling. He draws a scimitar. He quakes with rage. He runs forward, screaming.
So funny.
+4 to hit. 9 plus. He missed. So he runs up. He misses. Then it's the hook horror's turn.
Oh no!
I hit that goblin.
Yeah.
The goblin didn't even hurt him.
He tries to hook the goblin.
No!
Yep.
+6. Oh, it gets 2 attacks.
Oh, good.
It's gonna hook the goblin. Who's the other hook gonna hook? Let's see. I'll roll a die.
Oh, to me, I'm by the door.
Yeah, it just does 3 right here.
It looks like it's gonna be Gus.
All right.
Plus.
1 hook on the goblin. +6. It hooks the goblin with the scimitar. He staggers back with a bloody wound, but he's still up.
Oh,
But he's
good.
got a huge scar across his chest. Blood everywhere. Gus, the other hook comes at you.
All right. My AC is 18 because of the
Plus-
bark skin.
Plus,
Yeah.
Alright, +6. So, something I like to do in my games, I like to charge up my die with positive energy. So, let's just
Do
charge
it.
it up and think about good
Alright.
things.
Nobody
life.
do that.
Think
No.
about good things in life.
No.
+6.
No.
13. Oh, Kong.
Does not get through that Zerkwood armor.
And then, because it's panicked, it's just going to run and provoke a million attacks of opportunity.
Oh,
It has
goddamn.
2 hit points left. I'm assuming you're going to kill it.
Yeah.
Does anybody hit it?
I just hit it. I got a 16.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So, how do you want to kill it?
No, you silly creature.
Um,
Do you want
just
to do like
kind
a
of,
team
like-
attack?
Yeah, team attack, just kind of slash at it.
All right. So, you
So
together, you both...
I'll whack it in the leg, like the back of its knee with my mace,
Mhm.
and it sort of falls down, and I'll let Aurora.
Yeah, when it falls down, I stab it in the back.
Oh,
Kind of like a little flip of my sword and like
Don't
stab
cut off the head. Okay.
All right.
We can show that around.
All right.
Yeah.
It lets out a horrid squeal of pain, and it's 10 feet tall, and it hits the ground, and dust comes up, and it just kind of, out of its mouth, blood just kind of like pools out, and it is 100% dead. So the one goblin is unconscious but stable. The other one just took a massive wound. He's like clutching his chest, and he falls back to the corner of the room looking at you guys in shock. And there's a tunnel, carved tunnel to the left, and there's a door ahead. So what would you like to do?
I would like to go over and see if I can retrieve my arrow, but also see if it's in good enough condition still to be placed in our collection back outside of the city.
You want your arrow. Let's see. Is it good? It is.
Ah, yes. Back in. Yeah.
I'd like to go over to the goblin who's like in the corner, the one who got hit. You know what? Gundar probably doesn't do it with like any like. He's not approaching cautiously. He just goes up and he just like touches the guy and he casts Cure Wounds on him.
Really? Wow.
Mhm.
How much does that heal him for?
Oh geez,
think
I
it's-
don't remember. Is it 1d8 or something?
Yeah, I think it's 1d8 plus
Yeah.
your whiz modifier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's 10. 10 HP.
Oh wow.
10 hit points. He's almost completely
Nice.
healed. So he watches in awe as his huge bloody wound seals up to just about nothing. And he looks at you and he smiles and he's got like these little teeth sticking out of the bottom and he's like,
Oh,
thanks. Thank you.
are you okay?
You guys saved me and my friends.
That scar will look cool, don't worry.
The girls will love it.
That's
The
true.
boys, whatever you're into, everyone will love it. It'll be great.
He gets like a big smile on his face. You think so?
Are you
I
beautiful? It's so hot. Hot.
I cock my head at her.
He says,
I'm just trying to make it feel better. It's okay. Not okay.
he says,
And I was just interested in what you were into. All right.
do you like it? Do you like it? He's like,
I look at I look at Aurora.
It's cool. Mad cool. Very,
Thanks.
very understandable. Sorry, but is it just you two here alone, or where's the rest of your clan?
No, we serve the Goblin Queen.
oh.
Oh.
We were on patrol and a hook horror attacked us. And it was killing us. And then you guys showed up and you attacked it and then you killed it. Hey!
Yep.
Hey! You know, you can use these carapace to make armor.
I hear that.
So yeah. Thank you. You know, the Goblin Queen the Goblin Queen will reward you guys, you know, maybe. Thanks. Are you
She
with
would
that
reward-
guy? Are you guys with that guy?
What guy?
The guy with the helmet?
No.
Oh, the guy with the helmet. Right,
mustache?
right. No.
No. Oh, good. He's
Why? What happened to the guy with the helmet?
He committed genocide on the hook horrors, pretty much, except for this.
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Well.
Oh no!
And he stole a gem. I'm not supposed to talk about that.
He stole a gem.
No,
Gem.
no.
Well, is he still around? Maybe we could get him back.
I think he left the dungeon.
Ah.
Was
He
he?
has big, powerful men. They footprints.
Was
He
he
does.
big?
He's a big, powerful man with a helmet. He's got red eyes,
Oh my god!
but he's got muscles, and he wears
I've never
like,
met a man with muscles.
wears
That's
the helmet,
fascinating.
but then he's like doesn't have a shirt on except for some straps.
Okay, he sounds terrible. Like,
Ooh,
He's
Doug,
got
Doug the player is intrigued by this.
He's got a sword that turns to
Yeah.
ice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I have-
Player. Yeah, character.
Dylan knows who it
Oh.
is.
I have no idea who that
Oh, really?
is.
Oh, I know.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yikes.
Watching the reactions,
Yeah, it seems bad.
Aurora is going to ask, do you know who this is? Are you familiar?
Maybe. I'm. You know, you don't want to make assumptions here, but
Are you a personal acquaintance, or is it just
Oh.
casual
no,
knowledge?
not at all. You hear stories about these kinds of things.
Stories. So they're well known.
Relatively, I'd say.
Well, forgive me, I'm rather ignorant. Would you mind telling me?
Let me see if Gundar minds. He's like, no, I'll tell you later if we get back out of here.
The goblin says, "Come on, tell us the story." And he
Oh my God.
He stands next to Aurora and like looks up and smiles.
Oh,
I'm actually going to smile at him and sort of look as nice as
I-
possible.
I smile at her, smiling at him.
no.
Oh,
Has
My
the other
one
goblin
weakness.
come to yet?
huh?
Has the other goblin come to yet?
It's gonna be unconscious for at least an hour, possibly.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be unconscious for quite a while, hours.
Okay.
Well, if he's unconscious, then I'm just going to briefly touch him and do lay on hands and just give him 1 hit point.
Okay. Oh, the unconscious one is a female. Okay. So
When she comes to, I'm actually like cradling her because I was keeping her. She wakes
Really?
up. It's like, yeah, just like
let's
Hi.
see how she feels about this.
you're back just in time for story time.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Kill me.
She looks up at you, and her eyes go wide. But then she looks over at the other goblin. He's like, "Don't worry, Gummy. It's okay. They're nice. They're nice to us. They saved us." And she says, Hi, my name's Gummy.
Hey, Gummy, I'm Gus.
Hi, Gus.
I'm Gundar.
Your magic,
Well,
your magic feels good.
Oh yeah, Aurora's awesome.
But
She killed that thing, and I'll point to the Hokor's corpse.
I wanted to make sure that you were okay. Is everything fine?
Yeah. Do you guys have like a name, or something, like a group name or something like that?
But we just met. It's really early.
Yeah.
We're workshopping it
Nothing
still.
set in stone.
You can just refer to us by name. We're more than happy to help. But this tunnel. Do you know where this tunnel leads?
Okay. The other one takes over talking because she's all messed up. So he says, her name is Gummy, and my name is Hustlenut, right? The tunnel there is where the Hookars lived, and that bad guy went in there and he killed them, like all of them, and found treasure and other stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about. And then,
Like gems.
and then this door, you can go to where the goblins live, and we will trade with you, and the Goblin Queen will say thank you to you, and you can see our magic crystals.
Do they sound like they're being honest?
Make an
Or they
insight check.
I got a nat 20, which is a skill, but 22 total.
Yeah, he's
Awesome.
being yeah.
So they really okay. I don't know, guys. They seem genuine.
Well, we might need to have someone guide us down here. I don't know how many other creatures there might be.
That's true. Is there anything else down that tunnel besides the hook horrors?
No, I don't think so. We don't go into Hookars tunnel because there's a lot of Hookars in there.
Well, not anymore.
And there was, yeah.
Well, if this gentleman committed genocide against them, are there still some left that he wasn't aware of?
It's too scary in there. I'm not going in there.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry about that.
Probably
You don't have to
Hookar
forget.
ghosts in there now,
Ooh.
which is even
You could
scarier.
come with us. You could come with us if you'd like.
How come
We'll
you
keep you
guys?
safe.
How come you guys don't have a hireling?
A what?
Hireling.
That costs gold, and we need all the gold we can get.
All of it.
Oh, because usually.
We're not the gold dabbers yet. We're just the iron.
That's
dabbers.
true. We're just the iron
Yeah.
Dabbers.
Oh, I knew you had a name. Iron Dabbers.
It's in
We're
work.
working our way up.
Work in progress.
Yeah.
Iron Dabbers. Wow. Thanks, Iron Dabbers, for saving
Oh.
us.
Jeez.
Again, got it.
We shouldn't have told him.
You should get a hireling or two, because usually groups come down here and they have like a hireling that goes first, and they fall for traps. Hey,
That's terrible.
in that hallway you came
terrible.
from, watch out. There's a pit trap in there.
Obviously,
It's a
we
bit-
know that. Thank you, though. What is his name?
Hustle nut.
Hustle
Hustle
nut.
nut. All right. Well, while we decide what we're doing, I'm going to take out a little piece of paper, some string, and make like a little tag, and put it on the hook horror. I'm going to say hook horror, and then it's going to have some other words that don't really make sense to anyone else, but it's going to have like details I know about it. Would make basically instructions for like, well, it's dead, but we could set it up in the taxidermy tent. Something like that.
Is this a hobby of yours?
Write notes? Yes.
Are you traveling the world with a journal to find creatures?
Yes.
Oh.
Interesting.
It's actually kind of interesting. Do you mind if I look at it later?
Sure. I've got lots of drawings, lots of crazy rambling notes.
Very well. I actually kind of want to check it.
You got layers like an onion, Salem.
Yep. But I smell like a peach. Very important.
Very well.
You're snipping right.
Oh my god!
It's a good catchphrase.
That actually is one of his character traits, oblivious to etiquette.
Layers, There's a good onion. Smells like a peach. That's good.
Layered like an onion, smells like a peach.
All right. So, Iron Dabbers, you're in a room with a dead hook horror. To the left is apparently where the hook horrors lived, and straight ahead is a door. The goblins are dusting up, and they're getting ready to go back. They're like, we're gonna go see the Goblin Queen now. Watch out for the levers of doom. Yeah.
Levers of doom?
See you later.
No,
Wait,
oi! Hustle nut, come back!
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah, hi, I'm Salem, hi.
Yeah.
So, sorry, levers of doom, extrapolate.
So, it past the door is the hallway, right? And the hallway
Right.
goes to the goblin place. But if you go, there's a door to the right, and that's going to take you to the levers of doom.
Are any of them good or are they all bad?
I don't know. Everybody who goes in there doesn't come out.
Hey,
Well, do
They're called Doom.
Doom, yeah.
right, but it could be like they go somewhere else.
I don't know.
Or maybe
I heard there's levers in there.
maybe they call them that so people won't check it out, but it's actually really easy. Like a
misnomer.
No.
Yeah.
reverse psychology.
So, he said something about a reward with the queen.
Hey,
I don't know about you, but I am in desperate need of money.
you could
Same.
introduce us to this Goblin Queen of yours.
Yeah. She'd be anxious to meet the Iron Dabbers. And also, we sell
Isn't
stuff
everybody?
to adventurers. You could buy stuff.
It might not be bad to have a little, like a home base sort of thing down here.
I would very much like that.
Sure.
So you want them
Lead
to lead
way.
you? You
Yeah.
want,
Hazelnut, Gummy, lead the way.
all right.
Lead the way.
Okay. So they lead you down another 10-foot wide hallway. There is a door up on the right. And he's like, levers of doom, everybody, right over there.
Are there actually like levers on the
Is
wall?
the door closed or
Door is closed. Once you open it, the fun begins. So please don't open it right now.
Okay.
damn it.
I know.
So
so much.
they lead you down a tunnel, and then they go into there's worked sections of this dungeon, and then there's like carved out caves. So they
Okay.
branch off into some carved out caves, which quickly get kind of goblin stinky, and you start to see crystals growing out of the wall that glow. Like there's purple ones and blue ones, and they kind of light the area. And then it opens into a vast cavern with like giant clusters of crystals that are purple and blue and reddish. And they light the whole thing, and there's lots of like gunky huts, and in the central area there's a big collection of bright crystals. And you see goblins walking around, and Aurora Hustlenut holds your hand. And he says, "Come on, I'll show you our stuff."
Thank you. I would love to.
I pat Hustlenut on the back.
Thanks, dwarf.
I cast guidance on him.
And
I give him a thumbs up.
Oh, God. Can we just? I want to stay with them really fast. Just to meet the queen. You know, to be formal. I don't want to be rude and late. You know how it is. Just for right now, I'd be happy to explore the area in a bit. Just for right now. You understand, don't you?
He's just going to take us on an innocent tour. I think, you can hold his hand.
No, I'm more than happy to. I just...
Okay.
Friends is all.
Alright.
Friends.
So he starts showing you. It's pretty, filthy. This is where we poop. That's where he starts with, and like, this is our stuff over here. And he shows you. There are a few merchants who are really excited that you're here.
Maybe don't lead with the poop, Hustlenut.
It's the first thing.
Uh,
It's right there. I don't want to come all the way back for it.
you might want that on the tail end of the tour.
All right. So goblins get excited, and they kind of like set up their stalls real quick in this one section.
Oh.
And they go, they'll start talking in Goblin to Hustlenut, and he's like, Iron Dabbers. And they're like, woo. So this one guy who's selling 10-foot poles.
Yes.
It's like, how do you not have a 10-foot pole? You
Because
don't
we're
have one?
idiots.
That's like 4 times my height.
Hey,
Me too. He's like, me too. It's like, yeah, you want a 10-foot pole?
Yeah, we would.
It costs money.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well,
Does it? Does
yeah.
it though?
Actually, they prefer bartering because their money doesn't really do much for them. We like to
Right.
trade.
Now you're talking my language.
we could get 2 and make some stilts.
You sure could.
You sure could. That's
So,
a thing you can do.
do you want to trade something for a 10-foot pole, or do you want to see the next stall?
Oh, I mean, we'll make the rounds. We're
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll window shop. And
things,
Yeah.
things that are for sale. There's 10-foot poles. There's fire chalk. Fire chalk is like chalk, but it's fiery. So when you write on a wall or something, it's fiery words.
Mm.
And there's
Mm.
different colors. And they have one guy actually has. He says they're potions of healing.
They are.
Then there's like a bunch of them who have pieces of broken armor and broken weapons, and like crappy, like blood-stained equipment from the equipment list in here.
I want everything.
that fire chalk sounds interesting.
I know, that sounds fun.
You can get the chalk, and I'll get the pole.
So as you're looking, Hustle Nut goes, "Oh no, it's Orca. This is not good, guys." And a goblin comes over with a giant red book strapped to her back. She says, "Hello, Hustle Nut. The Iron Dabbers are in town, I hear. I'm an emissary of the Queen. Don't mind me. Just observing."
We got a name already, guys.
Yep,
They already
we are
heard about
certainly
us.
It's already spread.
certainly making
It's
a
spread
name.
Word travels quick.
Here you go.
So Borka is following you around, and Hustle Nut looks nervous.
I will ask Borka, what's in that book you have there on your back?
It's just a family heirloom. It's just a family heirloom.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
It's from my family.
I know that. What is your family? What is it known for?
It's just a book that I carry around. Wait. To get exercise. She starts doing like squats, More weight.
You can read those things.
Look at her calves. They're almost as toned as Aurora's.
They're
That's
ripped.
what I'm saying.
Just ripped.
I'm just ripped head to toe.
That's how I pictured her.
Yeah.
She is jacked.
Yeah, like abs of steel. Like it like echoes if you like.
Holy crap!
If you throw an iron drab at it, it like
Yeah.
rocks up.
Yeah, like right
Iron
off.
drab.
Watch, I could flip coins off my bicep.
Oh my goodness.
So what would you like to do? Is there anything you want to barter for, or what would you like to do?
Trade.
Well, if we get a reward, we might not have to barter anything.
That is true.
Also, as you're kind of looking around, Gus, you hear a weird sound from far off in the cavern, kind of like a roar, like a monster.
Hustle Nut, what is that? You guys hear that?
I thought you said Hufflepuff.
Hustle Nut? Hufflepuff? No. Hustle Nut.
Yeah. What is that? Is there something around here?
Yeah, this place is full of monsters.
Yeah, but it sounds like one's pretty near. Like, which direction is it coming from?
Yeah, like you could be in danger and you might need some adventurers to take care of the danger for you.
He
That's
gets
right.
he gets like a mortified look. Borka gives him a knowing look, and Borka says, "We're fine. You didn't hear anything.
Are you sure?
Purchase your things and move
I'm pretty
on."
sure I heard something.
We're here to help. I'm more than happy to take on any troubles or anything that might be bothering you.
Yeah, look at her. She's ripped.
Yeah, just
Bor-
I swear, I only intend to help.
Borka says, "We're not in any danger." Hustlenut says, "It's true, we're not. It's not. It's nothing."
Well, no, but you might not be in danger, but it might be bothersome. You might have to change your trade routes, the way that you walk. You can't take an evening.
He's still holding your hand, Aurora, and he squeezes tighter, and he looks at you, and he's like, "It's nothing. It's nothing."
Okay, I'll let it go for now, but I intend to bring it up later.
Could I distinguish like what sort of sound it was, like what kind of creature it might have been?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a
Do
perception.
it.
I rolled a natural 1, so I'm
Woo!
like, he's right. It's probably nothing. There's all kinds of sounds underground.
It's true.
Ooh,
That
can you
explains-
tell at least what direction it came from?
Yeah, like north.
I rolled a 1.
west, or
Mm.
Yeah.
Could be anywhere.
It's very echoey in here.
Yeah.
Hasselnut, didn't you say you were going to take us to someone who may give us a reward or something like that?
He says, "Yep. You want to go see the Goblin Queen?
Yes. We're a very friendly crew.
She's really nice, and she's really pretty, and she's really nice. Come on." So he like starts
Great.
to lead you like down the streets to like this main structure where there's like crystals growing out of it, and they lead you inside to the court. And so there's some goblin guards wearing like dead adventurers, broken stuff, like broken helmets, broken shoulder pads,
Mm.
broken swords, like half a shield, the other half was bitten off by some monster or something like that. Sitting on like a cluster of glowing crystals that are kind of in a throne shape, sort of, is a female goblin who's wearing like jewelry, like real jewelry that is worth like gold orbs. There's like a necklace, and she's got a crown, and she's got rings, and she's sitting on the throne. And Hustlenut runs up to her and talks to her in Goblin real quick, and then she looks at you and smiles. She says, "Welcome to Castle Greyhawk. Thank you for saving our patrol."
Of course, it was our pleasure.
I do a big, like, flourishing bow, like a really deep one. I said, "Hello, my good lady. We are the Iron Dabbers. Here we have my
They
good
did it.
friend
They did it.
Gus. And we have Aurora here, as well as Gundar. I myself am Salem Kane, the fetching, fencing Fey child. We are so pleased to make your acquaintance."
She
All right, calm
says-
down there, Salem.
She looks most impressed, and she
We're very
says, "Well, you're welcome to stay here anytime you like. As far as I'm concerned, you are a friend of the goblin people of Castle Greyhawk.
Wow.
I feel the need to reward you.
That's a good need.
Is there
You should
anything in
follow.
particular that you would like?"
How many orbs do you have?
Oh, she's.
You can't just ask someone how
She
many
like
orbs
she like
they have
claps her
around.
hands. She claps her hands, and a bunch of goblins like run off, and they're like, "Your gold orbs are useless to us. You're welcome to them if you so desire."
They would be.
We desire, yeah.
We would be more than happy to take them off your hands any time that they become troublesome or overindulgent in the area, or they just spill and overflow. We'd be more than happy.
Over.
So
Take those off your hand.
Just
Of course.
two goblins come back like carrying a heavy chest, like, and they plop it down in front of me and they pop it open. It's full of coins. It's full of gold orbs, electrum luckies, silver nobles, copper commons, and bronze Z's. And she says, "Where's your dungeon cart?"
yeah, we heard about that. There was supposed to be a salesman.
I know.
I have not seen
No.
him.
He ditched us on the road. It was so much of a problem. Something happened to his horse. He was tired, so he went home.
Well, she
But-
says, "Oh,
Legal
he was,
drama queen.
he was probably been slain by that powerful man."
Hi.
Who is
Yeah.
this one? Is
Buckle
one
nut.
guy?
He mentioned him.
Gunter, you you said earlier that you knew about him. Would you like to elaborate to everyone here?
Yes, while we count up the arbs.
I've heard of a man named, well, I don't know if it's his name, but he's known as Warduke. I've heard he's a nasty fellow. Mercenary, fighter, all sorts of stuff.
Sounds like a douchebag.
Oh, aye. Hustle. I turn to the Goblin Queen and I say, Hustle not mentioned that he stole gems of yours, my liege.
She looks. The goblins kind of like nervously shift, and she says, "Who told you that?"
Oh, you just hear stuff.
Yep.
He didn't mean to. It was entirely by accident.
Hustle starts shaking and like.
I quickly take his hand again. I deeply apologize on his behalf. We only mentioned that we were eager to help in anything that we could, and he just casually mentioned it offhand. Definitely did not mean to.
Aye.
She sighs. She says. She says to some goblins, "Show them," and they say, "Are you sure?" She says, "Yes." And so they run away, and they wheel in this cage, and in the cage is a person the size of a man. They look like they're made of gold, and they've got gems embedded in their body. There's one for each eye, one in the middle of the chest like Iron Man, one on the back of each hand, one on the palm of each hand, and kneecaps, stuff like that. But there's one slot missing on one shoulder. It's missing a gem. And she says, "Behold, the jeweled man." And all of the goblins like gasp and like bow down.
What?
Can I do an Arcana check to see, like, if this is a golem or something?
Make Arcana, yeah.
Okay.
That's probably worth a lot of gold orbs, right, Salem?
Well, sure, but it also might be a person.
So 13.
With the gold.
It's not a golem. You're not sure if you've ever seen anything like it before.
Weird.
She says, "For years and years, the jeweled man has run around in this dungeon where adventurers like yourselves would spot him, chase after him, and then fall into a trap.
Yeah. Nice.
Warduke found him and hurt him. Actually took one of his gems, and that seems to have weakened him. And we caught him!" And all the goblins cheer. and the jeweled man like looks at you like with the saddest.
Oh
face,
no!
Holds onto the cage.
I nod to the Goblin Queen. I say, "Well done, well done. There are people in the city above who they'd pay good money for this sort of thing. In fact," and I sort of motion around to the gems all over the walls, and I say, "This place could make a good mine."
A mine? She
a
says,
mine? Aye.
"We already have a buyer. Don't worry about it, Gundar." The jeweled man like hangs his head.
What do you plan to do with the jeweled man?
We're going to trade for him.
Are you sure it's a good trade? How are you sure that you have a dealer?
The jeweled man looks at you and he says quietly, "Please don't let them sell me."
I just give him eyes. Can't say anything right now.
I'm sorry. So what was the question?
Oh, just how do you know if you have the best dealer? Perhaps the buyer might be cheating you out of a very good price.
The queen says, "Okay." She says, "Iron Dabbers, you're new to Castle Greyhawk, so you should know that further down you go, the more powerful the individuals are. Down at the bottom, legend has it that there's many dragons. There is a powerful wizard who rules an entire level. But on these higher levels, the entities of note include the Flame Princess, and they all go, right?
Flame princess.
And Obmi.
Sounds hot.
And like she says the name Obmi, and everybody just goes quiet. Obmi will be buying the Jeweled Man. He's wanted the Jeweled Man for years. He's going to give us some of his greatest inventions.
Really?
Yes.
Sean, for like no reason at all, like how many goblins are in this room? But like no reason. But like just like out of curiosity, like paint the picture for my immersion.
I'm gonna say 8 total.
Okay.
8 goblin guards and like broken armor. And the Goblin Queen, that would be 9. And then you've got your little buddy, Hustle Nut. And the Jeweled Man.
Can
And
I?
like in a cage.
Yeah. Can I do a history check to see if I recognize the name Obmi?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Oh. 18.
Dylan, you went invisible.
Oh, did I?
You're
Oh.
you're a loading circle right now.
Yeah, you're frozen on my screen.
Oh no.
There you are.
There you are.
Yep, you're good.
Wow. I never had that happen before.
It's weird. I was at 100% at the beginning. Now I've dropped down to 56%. I think it's these animated maps. I had a bunch of them. I got rid of most of them, and now it's working.
Yeah.
Much better, so.
Yeah.
That sucked because I really like them.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. What was you were asking? There's 8 goblin guards and the queen.
Right.
And what else?
He was doing a history check, I think.
Yeah.
So
To
what'd you
see
get?
if I recognize the name. 18.
Oh. Okay. All right. So Omni is a real life NPC from the dungeon. He was one of the most hated enemies of the groups that went into the real life Castle Greyhawk. He has
I
boots
really
of
like making enemies.
he has boots of speed. So like he runs really fast, and he makes these like contraptions that shoot lightning bolts and stuff on a cart. So it's like a wheeled cart. So he like runs really fast with his wheeled cart. It's like and he just like hits the button and he hits. So he waits for adventurers to find treasure, and then he freaking kills them and takes their treasure. And he just harasses people in the dungeon.
Shit.
So
I think I hate him more than that Warduke got.
It's true.
Sounds like an asshole.
He spends a lot of time on level 3, where the Flame Princess rules. Level 2 is run by orcs.
Orcs. Okay.
Gross. So just for fun, because you cannot tell when this happens, I'm going to just like move my hex over to the Goblin Queen and give her disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Oh my god. Is this
Okay.
Do you have to cast a spell? Like how does that work?
No, once a creature, I think it's probably been less than an hour since we killed the Hakor, so once that creature hits 0, I can use a bonus action to move the hex to another creature.
Okay. So you quietly move your hex onto the Goblin Queen.
You don't need to know that.
Alright.
Yeah, and you don't know it.
Okay.
That's good.
One other thing you some of you might have heard about Castle Greyhawk is that there's these 6 wizards, and they all have pointy hats, like the stereotypical like purple robes, purple hat with like a gold moons on the hat. That there literally are 6 of them that live a little further down below in one of the lower levels. So you've heard that too.
All right.
They also give people problems. So.
Well,
So many people give people problems down here.
while this is all happening, have we counted how much coins there are? Like, how much is in the chest?
Well, it's a mix, but you would estimate it's at least like 500 gold.
Wow.
Orbs.
500 orbs.
Gus.
I guess I'm the only one strong enough, so like I'll latch it shut and pick it up. And
It's
Put it over your
heavy.
shoulder.
It is heavy.
that's fine. I'll pull it. I don't care.
They'll give you some like straps. You can strap it to your back. You know.
Yeah, can I actually I'm going to crouch down to Hasselnut and say, listen, do you know anyone for like a gold orb? If I could pay him to take this to the surface for us. There's a nice place. I would love to put it. I don't want to go deeper and lose it and have like a bad time, and just if anyone here wants to make Little extra gold.
Well, he says, how come you guys don't have a hireling? That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah, we gotta get one of those.
He
Yeah.
says,
There was a whole problem. It
Gob-
just
The
goblins aren't,
paperwork didn't go through.
goblins aren't allowed in the city of Greyhawk. They'll kill me on sight. They're very racist.
That's just rude. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone
Surface
that can
dwellers.
live up there then? Do you have any friends up at the surface? Anyone?
The elves up top. They're nice. Zrim and Vram. They're very nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were.
Yeah. Yeah. Seemed like it coming in. Very well. Then I don't suppose you know anyone else that could help us, or
Well, there's bandits around, There's a lot of shady characters around here. And the orcs
I know,
couldn't
but-
help you.
I know,
The
but
flame
I
princess might know somebody.
Hmm.
But she's
She
so far
sounds
down.
nice.
Yeah, she sounds super nice.
She's a beautiful lady and she's got fire.
Good name then.
My background is criminal. Might I know somebody, like a contact, who would be able to move this stuff?
In the city, yeah, I'm sure you know plenty of people.
Okay.
I could ask someone from the circus, like a strong man or something. Gus, can you maybe cause a distraction? I'm very, very quietly whispering to him. Pull him aside. Like that way. Like away from that cage right
Oh
there.
no.
would they be? How
He's a
far?
person! He's a sentient person in a cage.
How far away are they? Would I be able to hear this?
So far away.
Got it.
Okay.
Or get one of the others to do it, but only if you can do it subtle like.
Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay,
Meanwhile-
so I'm gonna ask the queen. Queen, if you guys don't have any need of these gold orbs and stuff, what are you trading this jeweled man for?
She says Obmi has a number of magical inventions that will help us protect the city and, I don't know, make some delicious food, that kind of thing.
What if I could do better than that?
Well, we've
How-
already struck the deal.
I know. Is it in writing?
Deals are made to be broken.
We don't write. We just said, okay.
Then how do you know he's not going to cheat you? How do
You
you
need a
know
lawyer.
from everything we know he might just as easily make the deal, take him, and then kill you and take everything you have?
You've heard about his lightning cart, right?
she says, I've dealt with Obmi a number of times, and I know him pretty well. And there's hundreds of goblins here. Even he couldn't defeat hundreds of goblins.
You said he has amazing inventions. How do you know he doesn't have an invention that can take over a lot of people?
She says, I'm sorry, we've already made the deal. The Goblin Queen's word is bond.
Of course. I don't mean to impose. I only want the best.
And Gundar, off in the distance, you hear a weird roaring noise. Like this, like the northwest section of the caves.
Can I make a check to see if I know what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Or just him?
That's a was it perception?
Yes.
Okay. Oh geez, that's a 23 then.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. So it sounds kind of like 6 voices that are all almost identical. They're not roaring at exactly the same time.
Oh no, it's those 6 wizards.
And it's a little like slimy, sloppy, monster-y.
Oh,
Gross.
all right.
Yeah, I think I-
Reptilian, sort of. Or draconic, one of those.
Yikes.
Great.
All right. Make mental note of that.
The Goblin Queen says, very well, we can give you some slime huts if you want to stay in, right? But the Goblin Queen has a lot of business to attend to, and she starts to direct some goblins to wheel away the Jeweled Man. Are you doing anything special?
No, they can wheel him away.
I don't feel.
Okay.
Not feeling it.
No. Alright. So, they're wheeling him away, and the Jeweled Man gets a sad look in his face, and he holds his hand out to you as they turn the corner.
Later.
Alright. Alright. She says, she kind of dismisses you guys, and Hustle Nut says, hey, I'll lead you to your slime huts.
Is Borka with us still?
No,
Or
she's waiting outside. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, then I'll follow.
So Borka's waiting outside, and actually when she sees you guys go out, she goes in.
Hey, hold on, man. You're an emissary of the most gracious Goblin Queen, yes?
Yes.
Well, we are visitors to your city. This little goblin here, and I sort of pat Hustlenut, is a good enough guide, but an official of your clan guiding us would be much better, I think. You seem apt for the job.
Hustle Nut looks sad.
I'll take his hand again.
I guess I'm not official. And she says, yes, we can send you somebody, a higher ranking goblin.
Oh, I was hoping you'd be able to show us around.
No, I have a special duty to the queen here.
Okay.
Is there anything else you all want to say before I go in? She says, with a big smile on her face.
Is there something we should be asking?
Eye her suspiciously.
Anything else?
Um,
What are your plans from here, I wonder?
We love the city. It's beautiful.
It's
got a certain charm to it. We want
very sparkly.
She goes, ugh. She turns
Wait,
around.
Barka, wait.
Wow.
Yes?
When's sleepy time down here since you can't see the sun?
Our magic crystals will dim, and that's when it's sleepy time.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And she turns around, starts waddling in with her giant book looking at you with its fancy, schmancy design on it. Gold.
Like that book.
Does the fancy schmancy design, is it like an arcane symbol or anything?
Yes.
Ooh.
Can I cast Detect Magic on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
Wait.
Detect
Don't
Magic.
look far.
All right. So what does that tell you when you do detect magic?
I believe it's the School of Magic.
Oh,
that
I
it
can
is.
never remember what those are.
Let me double check here.
School.
If it's magical and what the school is.
Yeah.
It is magical.
Okay.
What school? I don't know. School. Oh, there they are. Okay, so probably either it'd probably be divination. I think.
Ooh.
I know some divination myself.
Is that all you learned from detect magic?
Yeah.
And you keep that running?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Hustle Nuts looks at you guys. Do you want me to go?
No.
No.
I have a few other questions about this city and yourself, and
Okay.
that's fine. So just if you'd like, what's your favorite place around here?
My house, I guess. I don't know.
Your slime hut.
We have a swimming pool.
Yeah?
You do?
Yeah. It's big.
It's only mid-bright crystal. Why don't we go check it out? It's high crystal.
Alright, so he leads you to this gigantic crystal pool, and there's actually crystals in it that make it glow.
Oh, wow.
And there's a whole bunch of goblins in swimming suits, whee, and then splashing each other, and then some of them see it's the Iron Dabbers. He dabs. Some little goblin kids are Look, I can do it too. Yeah.
Oh,
You got it.
That's our thing.
corrupting the youth we are.
So yeah, there's a pool. So what would you guys like to do now?
Do they have like bathing suit rental?
They can go through dead adventurous stuff and find you some
Yeah.
dead guy boxers or whatever.
Adventure just came in here with bathing suits.
Probably. Fashion like a weird robe.
I would like to ask Hustlenut if, like, he's a scout, right? Like, that's his job.
Mhm.
Like, what else is, like, on his route? I mean, what other sorts, there was the hook horror tunnels, but I mean, there's got to be a lot more to this complex than just that. Like,
Yep.
where do your rounds usually take you?
Okay. There's Levers of Doom,
Right.
and there's the hallway with the mural, and there's the mirror room. Don't go in there. There's a statue with a magic item.
What was that?
A statue with a magic item.
Where?
Okay, let's put a pin and circle back around to that one.
It's not far. It's not that far from here. It's got like a magic thing on it.
I like
There's,
I like magic.
Yeah. You had me at magic things.
Okay, there's a hallway with sunbeams. I don't go in there.
Yeah.
There's it's a room full of bubbles.
Really?
There's the Book of Souls.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
The Book of Souls.
elaborate?
Yeah, it's right
What?
near a hallway with a pitch trap in it. And then there's the big door.
The big door.
Yeah.
I had heard of rumors that there was like a massive fungal garden down here somewhere too. Have you ever come across that in your rounds?
Further down. It's not on this level.
Aye. Fungus tends to grow deep.
He explains to you that.
You don't have to tell me that.
Oh no, I know.
The first 3 levels of the dungeon, the goblins will traverse, but the 4th one is just overrun by undead, and they do not.
Oh.
Very few people. It kind of almost like slices the dungeon in half. Like there isn't a lot of interaction with the people below. So the first 3, this one has got goblins, the second one has orcs, and the third one has the flame princess, and then the 4th one is undead, and it's like there's not a lot of passage between that level.
I'll ask. Is Gummy with us as well, or just Hustlenut?
No, just hustle.
Okay. I'll ask Hustlenut. I'll sort of tell him I didn't mean anything back there with Borka. Just trying to schmooze up the high ups,
Oh, he gets a big smile on his face. Thanks.
I sort of pat him on the back and I say, if you ever want to accompany us as a guide, we are quite capable as adventurers. We can protect you from, undead are nothing to me.
Yeah, but hirelings always die.
No.
Well, we wouldn't hire you. It'd just be on a friendly basis.
Hi.
Right.
Oh,
We
okay.
would pay ya.
Not hireling.
Oh, okay. That sounds great. As long as I'm not a hireling.
No.
Okay.
Better.
All right.
Hirelings have like 1 HP. You obviously have more than that.
You
Yeah.
have at least 7 from the
Okay.
looks of you.
You survived a fight with a
Oh.
hook horror.
I did.
Nice.
You got 15.
I got hooked by it.
Yeah.
And
Get
you're
that nice
still
scar.
alive today.
Because we saved you.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
friends help friends.
Oh, so we're all friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks. I like your friendship, and it makes me feel nice.
It should.
That's so sweet.
You can have my friendship too. All of
Mm.
you. All of you.
That's yes.
Isn't the Goblin Queen great? I like
Yeah,
this
how
place.
She was
often does
pretty
she
nice.
leave the castle? Does she go walking? Does she go for walksies?
Yes, she goes swimming like everybody else.
Oh,
And-
like when? Like at night? Is she a night swimmer?
She inspects the crystals.
Oh, good. Yeah. Does she have a set routine, like a certain time when she'd be, out and we could go swimming with her?
Yep.
Hmm.
When would that be, friendo?
It's when the crystal starts to dim.
Oh, right.
Low
right.
crystal. Right.
And
yeah.
also, early crystal morn. Refreshing swim / bath, and the first thing when you wake up. Very refreshing.
I like those. I
Yeah.
make you
Those
feel clean.
So 2 swimmings.
Great.
I'm going to
She
take
wears
her.
a different bathing suit every day.
I'm sure they both look ravishing on her, all of them.
It's
All
all
of them.
from dead guys.
Mind.
Girls.
Do you mind having a talk with me over there really fast?
Who?
Salem.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'd love
so much.
to, I was like, whoa.
We'll be right back.
Okay, see
Girl
ya.
talk. Girl
Alright.
talk.
Yeah,
Bye, guys.
girl talk.
What's
So-
up? What's up? What are you talking about?
You're
I lost my accent. What are you talking about?
you are asking a lot of questions.
I'm very inquisitive, Aurora. What's
I'm
your type, by the way? Is it
my
like tall? Like tall?
It's anything.
Cool.
I don't really have a type.
Cool.
That's not really. It's not really what I'm talking about.
I distracted you.
No. No. No.
Flutter.
No. Not happening.
Smiling.
Regardless, unless someone is interested, they will let me know. But that is not the point. Point is, you are asking
will.
questions. We don't know this place. We don't know these people. What are you trying to do?
Oh, I was trying to gain more knowledge because we don't know this place and we don't know these people. But if you really want to know, they had a man in a cage, and that doesn't sit right with me. At least not in, one of my cages.
Put a pin in that. Get back to it later.
Smile.
So, if you're trying to help him out, perhaps you should
Right.
probably let us know.
Oh,
We're kind of-
okay.
I mean, we're kind of, if one of us is in trouble, essentially we are attaching ourselves to you. So,
Right. Yes.
are you intending to free him?
Yes.
When?
Well, I was thinking either low crystal or early morning crystal.
Like, this recent, like, very, very recently, within the next day, or...
Probably. What I was thinking, right, I was formulating a plan, right, and I was thinking we do our bartering, right, and we make as if to, like, we're leaving that day, that early morning, but that day can sneak in, just like unlock the door and be like, just leave another time, now the door's unlocked. Don't leave right now when we're leaving. You daft crystal gold man thing, gem,
Okay,
whatever.
and just saying, if the plan goes wrong,
Right,
and,
which it will.
Right, very
Right.
optimistic. I see it. I really appreciate that wholehearted belief in your plan. But moving on, if it doesn't work and we're forced to flee,
Right.
we would have all these goblins after us.
No, it would be bad. It would be really bad.
We would have not only the Goblin Queen, but pretty much the entire first level of the place we need to go.
Right.
So perhaps we should come up with a better plan?
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Group plan, because, I mean, Hasselback is very, let's just say, easily persuadable by someone with a face like mine. So if you need,
No, I get that.
if you need
talk in sense.
answers to your
Yeah.
questions, then perhaps you should let me know ahead of time what you need to find out, and I'll find out for you.
Sure.
So, are you trying to find out where he is, when to meet the queen? Are you trying to confront her, or what do you plan to do?
I'm trying to case the joint virtually, as it were.
Okay, elaborate.
Right. I want to know the layout, where he is, the guard patrols, anything like that, without actually going back in.
Okay, that's fair. If you need those answers, I can find someone who knows them.
Maybe they give a tour.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Tour of the palace.
Yeah.
Okay, then how about I'll distract him, and if you need to, you can confer with the other members of our apparent group now, since we are all bundled together.
Iron.
Yes, let them know what you need to do, because personally, I don't care what happens, but I don't want to run on my ass and be killed.
That's very fair.
Okay, then if we're on the same side, then whatever answers you need, I will have them for you by the end of the night.
Great.
Great.
I spin away and go take the other guys aside while she talks to Hustle Nut.
Okay.
Meanwhile, while you were doing that,
Yeah.
Gundar was showing Hustle Nut how to do a cannonball. He's like, okay, watch this. This is what they call back at the clan hole the boulder dive. Like, jump into the pool.
Make a athletics to see how
Oh God.
cannonball-y it is.
Let's see here. It was a 10, you know.
No, okay. He's gonna try. There we go. Athletics. 16.
Oh,
Better.
you're a natural.
Yeah, and then like all the kids are like, "Watch me do it, Iron Dabber." And you're like, "Wah!" And they're all just doing it. And it's like
Good.
anything else?
I'm gonna just gesture to Salem to talk to them and kind of just bring Hustle Nut aside.
As me and Hustle Nut are getting out of the pool, I pat him on the back and I cast Eagle Splendor on him.
What does that do?
He has an advantage on all charisma checks.
Wow! All right. So he walks over to Aurora and says,
Look at that scar.
You sure look pretty today, Aurora.
Thank you.
It's
You know-
the light of the crystals makes you extra glowy."
Yeah. So, I'm so fascinated by this culture and everything. So I had a few questions. I don't know if you could give me a tour or tell me what's going on, but I was just wondering. So I may have a friend who is unfortunately, I think they came down here a while ago. I don't know if he got in trouble. I haven't heard from him. If he was here, do you know where I could possibly find him?
Well, he's probably dead.
I know, but like, if you had a place where like he was an asshole and the queen decided she didn't like him and she wanted to put him away for a while, do you know where that would be?
Oh, that'd be the prison that we have, the little jail. You know, it's where they keep the jeweled man. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
I know, it's okay. I really, like, we can talk about it later. I just wanted to know, if possible, if I could check it out, maybe see if, my friend was still there.
Well, you're not allowed in it, and because it's got the big other thing I'm not supposed to talk about there, Sue.
What other thing?
It's the big thing I'm not supposed to say. The big...
I know, but, like, it's my dearest friend. I know he's a little bit of an asshole, but, like, he's personal family. Almost.
Persuasion check.
Put on the charms.
Okay, hang on. My keyboard's broken, so I have to check on my phone. Check all my skills. Persuasion check. Okay, this should be good. Natural 20.
Oh!
Worse, that's 24.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, Aurora, I'm not
Holy
supposed to tell you all these things, so I'll get in a lot of trouble. But you are my special friend, so I'm going to tell you because you guys saved.
I won't tell anyone.
You saved my life, and it was really nice
You really
that
did.
you
You really
saved my life. So, okay. Orphan. Okay. So, our mommy is not like a goblin. It's a big mommy monster. It's got 6 heads, like dragon heads, and it's slimy. And every once in a while, it like vomits up a goblin, right? And we're covered in mucus, and it's blind. Our mommy is blind, and she eats anything else but goblins. So that's a good place for us to keep our prisoners. So the prison's like past the mommy monster. And that's where the jeweled man is, and that's where your cousin is, and that's where that asshole Greg is. All of them are in that prison there.
Oh, really? Like, do you think I could just visit, like, see if he's there? I know, like, I don't want to upset Mommy Monster. I know. Like, I know how.
I can visit there, yeah, because I'm a goblin.
Man?
And Mommy isn't gonna try to eat me. She'll try to give me kisses with mucus.
Aw, that's very sweet. I know. I'm really, really worried. Is it just her? Like, I don't know how it is here, but like, it's just her there for right now.
Yeah, you don't need any other guardians because I mean, she's a big monster.
Is she like really, really powerful?
Yeah, she's huge. She's like I think they call it a hydra,
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
but she's
Yeah.
blind.
I know.
Do you want me to go see who's in the prison? I can just go in. I haven't seen Mommy in a long time anyway.
I know. Not right now. I just, I need to mentally prepare myself for the fact that I may see like someone I haven't seen in a long time. You know how that is.
Aurora, how does she tell that they're goblins if she's blind?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's only goblins can go.
Yeah.
But like, does she just smell you? Like lick you?
We have a particular scent.
Oh, do you like you smell kind of gross or
A
like,
musk.
what do you?
Yeah.
How does that
It's
work?
just their natural pheromones. You might be perhaps you are sensing my pheromones as we speak.
Perhaps. I know that it's really nice. It's like this garbage smell, like perfect. So are you able to smell other goblins like that? Like it's just part of who you are.
Yep.
You don't.
It's just what Mommy does.
I know. Does the slime smell like really icky? Like does it smell like you too?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I know. I'm sorry. I totally don't want to take up your time. I you like.
I don't mind spending time with you. You're my friend.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I just, you're so nice and so kind, and I just want to make sure that like, I totally understand goblin culture. I mean, I think Salem's writing a book on all kinds of creatures, and she's a little socially awkward, and I want to like, just help her out a bit,
So wait, what are you asking me for?
I just want to know, like, so why do you smell the way you do? Like, is that a personal problem, or
Do you bottle it? Do they bottle it?
It's not a problem. It's just
I know,
part of our heritage. You know?
I know. Do you like? How do you know which hut is yours? Do you smell like it too, or?
Oh, don't you have a house? What do you?
I know, but like
House?
sometimes. I know, but sometimes if you have too much ale, you don't know where your house is, you get lost. Like, how do you know which one is yours?
I'm
All
feeling
the
very
ones-
confused right now. I just don't know the question you're asking me.
No, forget it. I'm just being stupid. I'm just trying to make sure that like everything's okay.
You're not
here.
stupid.
Oh.
You're
What you doing?
You're a great adventurer.
Oh, thank you. You're such a cute little goblin. You're adorable.
Remember when you hit the hook hard and it died? That was great.
I know, it was so badass. It's amazing. But yeah, I can totally protect you from more creatures like that. I just yeah, how long has Mommy Monster been here? Do you know?
I don't know. She was probably made by the crazy wizard guy, Zogig.
Very quick.
Aurora,
He's crazy, that guy.
do they like have goblin scents? Do they like sell perfume?
Oh, she's just trying to figure out more stuff.
I smell like a peach, but
I
I've
know.
always wanted to try something else.
She's one of those, like, Salem is one of those, like, she really gets in depth. Like, she goes, like, full method, acting, everything there is. Like, she has to be the person, she has to, like, if she's investigating goblin culture, she has to be the goblin. So
what
like,
are you asking him if they have goblin perfume?
yeah, just something
like that.
novelty to, like, take home. Do you have, like, a gift shop or anything like that?
No, we just have body odor.
Castle Greyhawk gift shop.
It just comes out of your armpits, see? And you, like, hold up his armpit. That's all. The sweat.
Yeah.
We don't bottle it. Nobody ever asked us for our sweat before.
There could be a good market for that.
This is a little forward of me, but I don't really have any, like,
Okay.
I don't have any like sleeping clothes tonight. So do you have like an extra pair of clothes I could borrow? Maybe like I can just like kind of just make it work.
Okay, I can do that, and you can wear my
Goblin
you can-
PJs.
I would be so grateful. I just I need like a blanket and like a shirt and
I'm
some
not
pants.
sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna cover your entire
I know,
body.
like I can
outside.
send them
I'm picturing.
to give me
I'm
like
sleeping with Aurora.
yeah, I could just like personally like stitch them together or something. Like you got like
Okay. So yeah, he'll go get you some of his clothes.
Okay.
Alright.
I start laughing while he's out of the room. I start
I
laughing.
really appreciate it.
All right. So we're almost out of time. What's the plan here? What do you want
I
to do?
think we should go barter for stuff as much as we can. Get that. Make like we're gonna leave the next day, but in the early morning, maybe we try to get Hustlenut to take us. Maybe like cover ourselves in mud or something that's gonna mask our scent.
I'm gonna put her in
Predator style.
The first
She
place
wants
on the
to do
tour
it
was
since she's
where
smaller than me.
first place on the tour was where they pooped. That might have their scent on it. Something
Oh
strong.
my god.
Oh no.
God, absolutely.
That's true. It's definitely got a scent to it. That's a goblin scent.
It would listen. He wouldn't have shown us if it wasn't important.
My personal
This is
plan
what
is to
it's
get clothes and then hug him. And then
yeah,
get
clothes. I like clothes and hugs.
That probably works better, to be honest.
Clothes and hugs and mud.
like, just
I don't know. I mean, what's the big hang up with this jeweled man? Didn't she say it leads adventurers to their traps and stuff?
He
Hi.
was so sad. His eyes were really sad, and he didn't want. Would you like to be sold to someone?
I'm gonna try to make a deception check to Salem and look as sad as possible, just to show her like, look, anybody can look.
Go ahead.
I'll take my mushroom hat off and just kind of like hold it up in my hands.
Wait,
and be like,
hold on. 13 on insight.
I rolled a 16 minus 1, so 15.
Oh,
He
just
looks
like-
sad.
Help me! I need your help.
do you need help? I can help you right
I'm
now.
like, no, I don't need help. That's exactly the point, Salem.
Yeah, but do you though? Like, are you sure you don't though?
I'm perfectly fine.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna like pull another little shelf mushroom off my staff. Like, oh, perfectly. I'm out.
No,
I'm out.
you see, you were snacky.
I am a little peckish. I'm a little concerned about this six-headed Hydra.
Well, sure. He's like a person, and he's being traded to some nasty man with a cart full of lightning.
Hey, that's the thing that bothers me. Not who he's being sold to. Well, actually, who he's being sold to. Not that he's being sold.
Do you guys want separate slime huts, or do you all want the same slime hut?
Who wants to bunk up with me?
I'm going with Aurora.
I'm gonna go with Salem because, as lovely as that sounds, Gus, I'd rather be a little cleaner. You know, I have allergies. It's
Yeah.
I have some private business to take care of, so I'll take my own.
So Salem and Aurora have one hut. Gundar has another, and
Yeah.
Guzman has another. And you're having this conversation in one of them, I presume?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Which one do you want to do?
probably ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so that's where you are. Okay, so sorry. Go ahead. You were talking about why you're gonna break out the jeweled man.
Oh, well, as soon as you asked that, I wanted to make sure no one's listening to us.
Nope, nobody's listening. Nobody's listening.
Well-
I'm concerned that this Orme fellow getting his hands on the jeweled man. We could sell him in Greyhawk for quite a bit, I'm sure. Put him on display at your circus or whatever, Salem.
Don't know
People
what-
pay a lot.
He's definitely worth so many orbs you gain, so many levels. Guaranteed.
Have you ever seen the jeweled man's orbs? They're pretty impressive.
You'd shoot from like level 3 to level 10. Like, bam!
Low-hanging orb. You're welcome.
I don't know. What do you think, Aurora? What's your take on all this?
Well, I personally don't like to see someone who is held against their will. I don't know this man. I don't know whether he seems sentient. And as Salem is saying, personally, I'm here for separate reasons, but if any little bit helps, then
All right.
to help.
Sentience isn't a sign of innocence. Let's be clear here.
It
He
is.
could well deserve being in that cage.
Because he
Well,
runs around and because people chase him?
Ah,
It
well.
could be.
Maybe they're chasing him for his jewel. Maybe they want to,
They
depends
are
on his family
large.
jewels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can figure out whether he's innocent or not, but
So if
regardless,
I'm,
it's justice and injustice, and being sold off like a thing of cattle for just being yourself and having other people desire you is something else entirely.
so if I'm hearing it right, it sounds like we got ourselves a quest. That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah,
Look at that, we've only known each other for like
do.
As stealthily as
Iron
possible.
Dabber do.
Oh my god.
No.
We've only known each other like 2 hours, and we fought a hook horror. We got a quest.
And we have a
I mean,
group name, and that's the most impressive thing of all.
This is quite a day.
It's interesting. Yes.
All
right.
right, we're gonna try to go out in the early morning crystal.
All right.
Morning.
So you're gonna in the early morning. You're gonna try to sneak by the Hydra.
Well,
you-
yeah, tonight we're gonna go barter.
Mm.
We're gonna try to barter for items and stuff, like make out. Oh, we're leaving. Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow. Whatever.
Okay.
And then in the early morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend some time before I go to bed practicing with Druidcraft, because one of the things you could do is make a particular what do you call it, like a scent of an animal or musk and things. So I'm gonna keep trying to like work, and maybe I can like get close to what the goblin scent is. So there's probably some horrific smells coming out of the slime hut. That's not.
All right. So we're pretty much out of time, so we'll stop there for this week.
Yeah.
Next week you will try to sneak by the blind Hydra to get to the jeweled man and
The
break him out,
blindra.
then sneaking back past the blind Hydra and escape the goblin caves. Right?
Actually,
Or die.
when I go into my hut at night, can I do something?
Yeah.
I'd like to cast. I light some candles, and I'd like to cast augury. And
Oh.
I ask a otherworldly entity who I will not disclose the likelihood that our plan will succeed or fail, and I believe the answers are weal or woe or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Wheel for good results. Woe for bad results. Wheel and woe for both good and bad results.
Oh
Nothing
jeez.
for results that aren't. All right. So you ask that, and a
Mhm.
voice says to you, "Wheel and woe."
Okay.
right.
Gundar rolls his eyes. Oh jeez.
All right. So that's where we'll stop. So everybody, you want to drop some plugs or whatever? We can go around the horn. Doug, got any plugs?
Sure, yeah, I'm Nerder Doug from Nerdarchy. It's nerdarchy.com where I manage all the content, and I'm at Longshotist on Twitter, so I'll see you around the interwebs.
All right, Lauren.
Yes, hi, I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger on Twitter. I play games. I play D&D 5e with Encounter Roleplay on Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then this Sunday is a big deal. Sunday on Grimjack 21502, we have our Season 3 premiere of Project Athena, Pop Cthulhu, the best damn game in the whole world. Be there. Hype is real. Be there. Grimjack 21502.
Man, Dylan, your turn.
I'm Dylan, at KKRP2 on Twitter. I play in Sean's game over on his channel, at PowerScore RPG, on Saturdays, usually. I don't know when our next game is, but every other Sunday, I also play on Jeanette Briggs' channel at JEBriggs79. We're finishing up our first campaign over there, so it should be fun.
Chloe.
I'm Chloe. You can find me at Chloe_Fairy1 on Twitter. I also star in Sean's other channel, PowerScore RPG. Catch me on Sundays at 5:30 Central Standard Time with my beautiful Dungeon Academy girls. We're currently, I think, on episode 12 right now. And we are having a ton of fun. Or hit me up on Twitter and bother me for a day.
And I'm Sean. I write a blog called PowerScore RPG, and I run the Dice Camera Action Wiki on Gamepedia. And this Sunday, I work with WebDM, and we're doing a show called RPGN, where we show clips of everybody's D&D shows. So if you have a show or you like a show, send clips to me, and they will appear on the show. It's kind of like the Sports Center, like ESPN of D&D, and that's on Twitch this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And this one's going to have all the clips from the Stream of Many Eyes, which I thought was awesome. There's a ton of good content on there for people to watch. Also, I'll be running. I'm going to be on the Zine Team stream tomorrow night on twitch.tv God of Roads from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern. We'll be killing a dragon, apparently, so that'll be cool. And Saturday, I'll be running one of my games. I'm not sure which one yet, but there will be a game at 6:30. And Sunday will be another Dungeon Academy, also at 6:30 p.m. So, thank you to Shane for letting me run a game on his channel. And I'm sorry about all the technical problems. I've never shot over to somebody else's show before. And thank you to all the players. You guys were all awesome, and I can't wait to play again.
Yeah, me either. Thanks, John.
All right.
Bye.
And all you guys too.
All right. Thank you, everybody. See you next time.